I'm actually going to unplug, so I'm not going to be able to hear them. I want to hear the stream itself. Okay.
You guys blasted? Did you blast it through the Facebook?
Yeah, TJ threw it on everything. I haven't done it.
No, I mean through the Team
SG one. I want to hear the levels and I'll throw it up there.
All right. Well, we're starting up here.
Are you guys live back here?
We're live right now. Yep.
I know. I'm saying, are you guys live on this mic?
Yes, live streaming right now.
So you guys are going to be commentating?
Yes.
And make sure whenever you post it as like a beta, but we're streaming our tournament.
Okay. No viewers in yet, but that's fine.
Back in 4th edition, I used to play an all-ripper army. 60 rippers on the table. I was like, oh man, this is a fluff list. I started winning with it. I'm like, what? 5th edition came out and said, get a score. I'm like, yeah, that.
All right, let's tune into the Team Salamanders here. We have a tournament today. It's going to be an Adepticon primer mission.
Synapse is what again?
We're going to be running 3 missions.
A single unit?
Each one of them are going to be an Adepticon mission in order to get ready for the upcoming tournament. Today we got 24 players down in Warminster, PA at Stomping Grounds. Give us a check out on the web if you'd like.
Which of the primes, the front two or the back two? Sorry.
And we'll be chatting up with you guys during the cast and on Facebook. So post stuff up if you have any questions about what's going on.
All right, I'll count down as well.
Today I am with Kevin McNally. My name is Matt DeFranza, and we will be live streaming this series of events. If you want to check in at any point during the day, we will probably also be having interviews with various local players. We have some pretty big hitters today, and it should be a good day. Today we have a fellow named Austin Martin. He's a local fellow. He's been playing Salamanders with Clan of Space Marines. In his list today, he's looking at Iron. He's got Chapter Correct, Iron Hands, the first section. He's got a command squad. They have 4 grab guns, 4 melta bombs, all on bikes. And then 1 apothecary.
Is this the mission?
They have a captain.
No, this is mission 3 again.
He's got artificer armor, a bike, combi weapon, power fist, storm shield.
Yeah, I haven't played
and then a chapter master who has artificer armor and all specs, a bike, digital weapons.
See how many individual groups.
He's got the axe of Medusa and Gorgon's chain.
7 individual units.
For troops, they have a 10-man tactical squad with a multi-melta and a rhino, or a 5-man tactical squad rather, and a rhino with a multi-melta. And they have 2 of them.
Gotcha. And the gargoyles are 20
For fast attack, he's got a Stormtown gunship with Skyhammer missile launcher and twin link assault cannon. For heavy support, he's got a Hunter, 2 Thunderfire cannons, and then for the allied detachment for the Salamanders, he's got a Chapter Master with artificer armor and all specs, a bike, a power fist, and the Shield Eternal. And then his troops are a 10-man scout squad in a land speeder storm with a heavy flamer and a jamming beacon. And the scouts are naked; they have nothing on them. And he has 2 squads of that, so 2 squads of 10 in land speeder storm with no upgrades.
All right. Dominion
for
all
Jesse's
around.
army.
Okay.
All right. So for Jesse's army, we got
Fair enough. Yeah.
Sorry. We got High Fleet Phyrexian. We're running Tyranids. Running Tyranid. We got an HQ with the two HQs of Tyranid Prime.
Yeah, actually, that is.
Hold on 1 second.
I didn't really think about that.
Sorry about that.
On the table, are these yours?
Just over the table. They were Jesse's.
Okay.
All right, starting again. Here we go.
Starting again. I'm gonna let you read that while I try to figure this out.
No problem. Go ahead. All right. So for Jesse Green, he's from Ice House Warriors down in Delaware. You can check him out. He's running Tyranids today. And it looks like he's got a Tyranid Prime. He's got a Devour.
Are we using this at mission 3? I know he said 1, 3, and 4. I didn't know if that was the order.
He's got the Margle Factor and the Reaper of Blitteraz. I'm not too familiar with the new Tyranid deck, so I'm not sure what any of these do. But he's got another Tyrant Prime, another Devour, He's got a Lashwood Bonesword and Norn Crown. He's got 2 squads of Zone Thropes with 2 each. He's got a squad of 2 Venom Thropes.
Check this out at all? I forgot what you said.
Let's see. He's got 2 squads of 20 Hormagaunts with Toxin Stacks.
Yeah.
And he's
I've only played a few tournaments.
A 3rd squad, which is 25 man, and there are no Toxin Stacks in that. He also has 3 squads of 20 Hormagaunts, and they all have Devourers, looks like, and
I guess
1 squad has Spike Rifles. Go figure. 10 and 10.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to place terrain ourselves.
And then for fast attack, he's got 20 gargoyles, and they have no upgrades. We have 3 Biovores from the heavy support slot.
I'll tell you what, we'll
and
just
2 squads of 3 Biovores.
Let's just roll for table
Alright, so we got
sides,
a pretty good mix
matter.
up here.
We'll just roll to see who
just to show you for today, we have
places first.
The missions up.
Okay.
this is the mission that we playing.
Place and terrain first.
We have it's Vanguard Strike.
I can use this for playing this out.
And the primary objective in this one is going to be Relic, and then 4 corner objectives. So there's going to be a corner objective in the center of each deployment zone. You can see it over here.
Yeah.
This one, this one, and then the Relic will be placed centrally here.
I just want to get this line set up.
So if somebody can win off the primary objectives by having more, then they'll be able to get.
Okay. So if you won,
they get the massive victory, or massacre rather, and then if they can win on secondaries, that is that they'll tie out on the primaries, either getting one each or neither of them getting any. Whichever one wins the secondaries here, by having more of those, they'll be able to get the win, but it's a minor victory.
12 in the middle.
Alright, right now they're trying to figure out the deployment zones.
Okay. And then we can go ahead and just kind of make a straight line out of that. And then we'll mark it off later. And that's our deployment zones. So you get to place a piece and
Take yours.
something like that. Okay, cool.
Starting out today. It's we got here nice and early, tried to work out some of the kinks. And we're going to be doing, this is part of our beta testing for anybody that's watching. We're going to be doing, we're going to be doing some a series of Wednesday night game casts, which will be a single game, and they'll probably all be Adepticon primers at this point because we'll be trying to get ready. But we'll, if you want to tune in on Wednesday at 7 o'clock, the next couple of weeks we'll be showing up some of them. As part of our beta to get used to this, get a system that we think is going to work out, and then move forward with it on a more mainstream basis.
Yeah, and the other thing is that the Wednesday nights is for now pre-Adepticon. We may be rescheduling it afterwards, and we'll definitely make sure to keep you guys posted, let everybody know what's going on with that, and make sure that we have you guys ready for it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's really useful to get some test games in. I mean, the club here, Team SG, we're going to be getting some reps in. We might as well use those times to do the game cast.
Go ahead, you can keep placing.
So that's how we'll be going forward with it. But then after that, if you guys have anything in particular you want to see, the Wednesday, the game casts during the nights, they don't have to be anything in particular. We can go with beer and pretzel type games and not be a problem. So if you guys have something you're interested in watching or seeing or any kind of matchup, just shoot it out in comments or let us know on Facebook pages or any of that stuff, and we'll make sure that we can get something in for you. All right, so the fella on the left there, just so you know, that's Austin. He's going to be running the Space Marines. And the guy on the right here, he's going to be doing the Tyranids.
Nice little artillery piece.
It'll be interesting to see how he deploys the terrain here. If he's trying to hide the biovores from the bikes, and he's got some solid pieces of line of sight blocking terrain there, so he might be able to pull that off.
It's all one, I guess. We'll just make this area terrain, or what do you want to do about it?
That's fine.
Just make it area. All right, cool. Go ahead. Yeah. All right, and the last piece, I guess. Just put it right there. Yeah, I stuck that one there. All right, close enough, huh?
Yeah, pretty solid. He's got this
sounds
piece.
good.
He's got this piece of line of sight blocking
guess,
terrain on his
you
corner.
want to
That'll be
see-
useful
I
for
gotta
both
roll
set of
my roll
biovores. He'll have
quick,
probably all 9 or all 6 stuck in there.
Yeah.
Full of iron.
It also gives the venom throws a place to hide.
Fearless.
But Austin does have 2 Thunderfires, so he's gonna have to be pretty tricky with his placement in order to keep them alive.
Yeah, the Thunderfire is definitely
All right.
definitely scary for any sort of army that doesn't have a good doesn't have a save for it and doesn't have a way to try to spread out high from it. I mean, the venom throats will definitely help to boost the cover save.
Couldn't ask for more.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It'll be a shot back and forth barrage. I mean, it's a good test too because people have been talking up the venom, what do you call it, the pyrovores for a while. So it'll see which one.
All right, sounds good. You want to roll to see who places and goes
Let's
first?
see if you can kill him and kill the whole board.
All right, sounds good. Oh, I'm sorry. Place objectives. We gotta place objectives. 5. So I'll place them. We'll alternate.
Okay, they have to let them know that that's not random
Place the
placement.
relic in the center of the battlefield.
Hold on 1 second. Let me go inform them.
There. All right, and 2 for you.
Clock officially started at 11:30. You have 2.5 hours.
Oh, okay. Okay, great. So these do go here. So I guess they did have them set up, right? So 14.5 from the edge.
On each side, right?
Yeah, in each corner, and it's 21.5.
14.5 by...
Oh, okay. Oh, I got you. All right. So 12 up, 18. Okay, thanks.
You said 18?
Yeah. Okay. Sounds good to me.
Technically, it's right on the wall.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't matter to me. You want to put it behind, you can slide it, whatever you want. Or you can, yeah. All right, cool. And these are mysterious objectives.
Quest. Yeah, there's 10 and 10. This is actually spike rifles and devours. These are both flesh borers and devours. Huh? Yeah.
All right, you want to? Now I guess we can roll to see who go. Oh no, you won that, so you get to choose whether you want to go deploy and go first or second. It's up to you.
I'll deploy first.
All right.
It's gonna take me so long.
All right, that's fine. Deploy and go first.
I should be at least 12 from that, right?
Yeah. I'll just double check that too.
By the way, Adepticon uses mysterious objectives and forests.
Okay.
You have a forest and it's mysterious.
Looks like we got 2. I'll figure out what that's all about. I haven't used them before.
I do it with fantasy. I don't know anything about the 40k.
Fair enough. We'll find out in a sec. Oh man. Oh, we got to roll once he enters. I'll just keep this bookmark then.
Yeah, our basic star is deep striking.
Do you have any infiltrators or any of that crap?
I do. I have 2 10-man scouts, combat squatted, half in speeders, and half I have outflank and infiltrate. Scout and infiltrate. Sorry.
So you know, 3-man only has 2
This real quick.
Pretty much the guys with arms have 2 flavor each. All right, each one of the single suits is double flavor. I still got 2 and 1 unit of fire. One, two, three. There's 2 on. That is 2 on. Because the star is 4 guys. Deep strike. They're in the match. Stick with the -1. There's fireworks. All right.
Okay, so it looks like we got Jesse. He's got first turn. I'll be deploying up first. He's got a squad of gargoyles out front. Looks like he's going to be trying to screen the field a little bit with them. And the 2 venom throws are placed directly behind. Questionable move there because they could be.
Oh boy.
If they're not touching terrain, they're going to be hit by the thunder fires and be in a
So
bad.
I'm not sure. Is the relic
way.
worth twice as
That might
much as the
remove all 2+
objectives?
cover saves. He can hit him with the ignore cover
Usually.
shot and drop both of those guys.
Yeah. Hey, Rob.
And then
Is
that
the relic
definitely
3 and
negates
these are
the
1,
use of
or
your venom
how's
throw
the
there.
numbers? What's the value?
I kind of like actually with what they did with the venom thrope in this book.
Yeah.
And with certain in the pyrovores, kind of changing the utility of those troops that were not really used at all in the beginning of 6th edition with the last decks.
Yeah, for as much hate as the Tyranid Codex got, it's not.
I'm one of them.
So you got to control more objectives or the relic.
I'm not sure that it's
All right,
so terrible.
cool. Did you catch that? Sorry. You got to either. They're worth equal.
Jesse
Either
could probably
whoever
use a
controls
tac tempo to
more
space those things out
objectives
2 inches, but
gets it,
that might be
or
after he
whoever
moves
controls
anyway.
the relic gets it. Obviously, if you both do, then you go to secondary, which is all this other stuff. So.
You can ask him to roll for night fight. I don't know if they did that, or at least find
It's
out
gonna
if
be
they
fun.
did get it. Thank you.
We didn't yet, no.
Go ahead, roll it.
6.
It's like night fight. Okay.
It is night fight, I believe, right?
Yep.
Yeah. I'll double check just to make sure. I'm pretty sure it's the highest night fight. 124.
We'll be curious to see how much Jesse decides to keep off the table in reserves here. He can try to really just overload. He's got a pretty horde-like army, and all the grav star that Austin has is not going to do too much against all the 5-up, 6-up.
Yes, so it is in effect.
Are we uploading this to our website later, or the YouTube later?
Check with Newton. I didn't set it up for that yet. I don't know if he changed it beforehand.
I think it's set to. I'm pretty sure it's set to auto record everything. Okay.
I'm gonna have another question about that too, because I'm gonna ask. I'll ask you because I'm gonna do a lot of running.
Okay.
And I'm gonna roll my running.
Oh, yeah.
So I just move once.
Yeah, yeah.
I just want to make sure that's good with you.
I'm cool with it as long as you know where you're at.
I just don't know how.
Oh, yeah,
they
in
wanna
case
be
it's.
because of the freaking thing.
Oh, that's a good question.
I mean, I'll do it the other way. It'll slow down.
No, I don't mind. Yeah, you can do whatever works for you, man.
So these guys are next. My only problem with this list is it takes me forever to deploy.
It's okay. We're in no rush.
You have Thunderfires?
I have two Thunderfires. I have two Chapter Masters. So those are my barrage weapons. Yeah.
You guys blasted? Did you blast them through the face?
Yeah, TJ threw it on everything. I haven't done it.
And then all my scouts are bolters, heavy flamers on the land speeder storms,
I want to hear the levels on it.
bolter marines with a multi-melt,
Are you guys live back
and
here?
grab bikes.
I know, I'm saying, are you guys live on this month?
Yes, live stream.
Okay.
Now, the other
So you guys are
question
going to be commentating?
Yes.
I'm going to do a lot of my
And make
running
sure
and
whenever
moving.
you post.
I'm going to roll for it all at once and do it. I didn't know how particularly you wanted to be on the.
Hey, barrage, can't use it during night fight, can I?
As long as you're in the 36, you can.
Okay.
It's just not.
They still get their shrouded or whatever, but that's what I was looking for. I couldn't find if they still get shrouded. But
The Thunderfire can ignore cover, can it?
it can. Yep, I can do a strength 6 AP 5, or I can do a strength 5 AP 6 ignore cover. Or I can do a ground pound one that slows you, but I don't even bother with that. Only use that against jet bikes.
What I hope for everybody. I mean, I like Skyfire. Oh, I didn't tell you the stuff that we have. Three smart missiles that face color out.
Oop, there's another one. Oop, there's another one of those. What the hell are you doing? Keep missing one.
Gargoyles aren't troops, are they?
Yeah, I got 6 huge troops.
They're troops. Gargoyles are troops.
Oh no, the gargoyles.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm sorry.
That's fine.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Okay. So we have night fight the first turn.
We do, yep, and you have first turn. Okay.
Can't target anybody outside of 36.
Okay.
Oh, okay. What we're trying to kill. These guys over here. Over here. This is what it is. Got one move on it. Go. Alright, 2. Sure. 3, actually. I was summoned? What kind of effect? Make an effect up there.
Chip has my other one that I brought down with me to Point of Fire.
I had to choose to fortify 2 ruins, and obviously it's the 2 in my deployment zone. +1 to cover saves.
Okay. That's one of the warlord traits I can do is a
Oh yeah?
piece of terrain in your deployment zone. I can make it 1 less on the cover save. I
Nice.
didn't roll that one, but
Nice.
I rolled it before and it didn't really help me that much.
So just to check it out here, guys, we have this is Jesse
These
Green's
things, are
page
they
here. These
just
are the Ice House Warriors. If you want to check it out with them, if you live nearby Delaware, this is their page. It's meetup.com/Icehouse
Yeah, everything.
dash Warriors.
Cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up then.
They have an upcoming meeting here, looks like, on the 31st at 4 p.m. So if you want to check that out, you can head over there. And this here is Jesse Green, which is the guy playing on the right-hand side as Tyranids.
Hey, make sure you guys let people know you do.
They have stealth.
All right, so right now we got Austin setting up. I can't tell exactly what that is there.
Like a Thunderfire.
Thunderfire. Okay, yeah. So he's at least with one, if not both, he's going to try to hide it, and he'll have to indirect fire. But even with indirect fire, he's going to probably score some hits on that wall of bugs. And just so everybody's aware, we're going to try to keep mentioning it. We did not require painting for this tournament. We want people to just be able to bring in their stuff and test before Adepticon. So if you see unpainted models, that's why. Don't get mad at anybody for it.
And so everything in the game is going to be set up just like Adepticon. So we have mysterious objectives today. It's 1850 points, and
Both these tax squads are the same.
yeah, mysterious terrain or forest rather also for those pieces there. Which is not something that's always typical, but in this format, that's what we're doing. Also, the terrain setup
I'm sorry, I didn't
is
look.
part of the
What
Adepticon
is
format.
adrenal
Something that I
glands?
like actually. I think it gives a lot of diversity. You can really
Gotcha.
change up your strategy based off of just the deployment. It's kind of cool.
Yeah, it gives you that one more tactical advantage of being able to make your line of sight blockers rather than in Nova terrain having to focus more on just where can I put my guys on this grid of terrain.
Yeah, and it's different from the Nova style, which is more popular for around here anyway. But I always know personally, I would go into it thinking, all right, well, I know that I'm going to have this line of sight blocker in the corner, so I can build my army accordingly. You can do that. And then I know, like Nick Nadavati, who's here today, he had a really sound strategy because he knew that there was always going to be a large line of sight blocker in the center of the table, and so he would take flying monstrous creatures, and they could jump over and turn one be hidden. And he knew that was going to be that way on every single table. So in this scenario, it's a little more varied. If the guy wanted to put, say, the centerpiece of terrain here, he can move over to it and move it to the side a little bit, and it could be the small one, no line of sight blocking terrain. If Nick lost the roll to go first, he's stuck. He doesn't have it. So this gives it a little more diversity. It's another added level of strategy that's not random. I like it.
Absolutely, and I do like that they are using the mysterious terrain and mysterious objectives.
I agree.
Primarily because if Jesse ends up rolling on the Tyranid Warlord chart, there are two things that do adjust the mysterious terrain, or one if not two. Mm-hmm. So that could give him an advantage of he try to use that Warlord trait to chain something near in Austin's deployment zone to be something that's going to end up being dangerous for him, and he'll have to maneuver around it.
Sure. Yeah, I'm a big fan, honestly. I gotta say, personally, I really like mysterious objectives. If you heard me harp on it, anybody that's out there watching, I am a big fan of mysterious objectives. I always have been. And I know that they're not often used, and that's generally the argument. Everybody forgets to play them, and that's the nature of the beast. But I mean, people also always forget to use Night Fight. You'll see like half the games everybody remembers, or if they don't get it the first turn, they never try for it on turn 5. So it's not that different.
I'm pretty sure at 11th Company, this past 11th Company, I think almost all of my games, if not one, I forgot both Night Fight and mysterious objectives. And we usually remembered the mysterious objectives when we looked at later on in the game when we looked at the sheet and looked at it and said, oh, this was supposed to be mysterious. Oh well.
Yeah, screw it, right? Yeah. At that point, what are you going to do? But, I mean, for me, the mysterious objectives, they really balance out some things that were initially in 6th edition a hardship for people. So, like, everybody always thought, like, when 6th edition first dropped, the flyers were the thing. Necron Night Side spam, you had 9 flyers around the table, and infantry couldn't do jack about it.
Absolutely.
But the mysterious objectives really balance that out. So if you have a squad of 10 tactical sitting on an objective, and it all of a sudden becomes Skyfire, well, you're not going to fly the flyer next to it because it's going to shoot a melta gun and a las cannon at you. It's going to be a bad idea for you.
Yeah, that Skyfire Nexus is super powerful, but I even like there's one that it gives an invulnerable, I believe, correct? Or is it a cover save?
+1 cover save, which is still really good. I mean, you get 2+ save tactical squad sitting down. That's no joke. That's nothing to sneeze at.
That's nothing to sneeze at, absolutely. And there's another one in there that
I like to get the reroll ones to hit. For shooting, they have the grab inhibitor, which is wicked good. If you're going against the combat army and you roll a 6 for the grab inhibitor, then you have the charge range of anybody coming at you, which is really, really decent. Like, again, if you have something that's particularly really mobile, it's going to have a hard time getting into combat as soon as or as reliable as it's used to. Because even if it has fleet, it's still cutting that in half, which is huge.
Kill points, right?
Yeah, mysterious objectives. Even though a lot of people don't like playing, or just don't remember to play with them, really like them over here.
Agree.
Alright. These sergeants, I'll just mark.
Man, Jesse's army right now looks like Thunderfire heaven. It's going to be hard to miss with anything.
There we go. Sergeants will be in storms. The other 2 will be in reserve. Alright. Sorry.
All right. Let's see. Looks like Austin is. He's got the hunter on the table. He's got both rhinos on the table with the 5 tacks in them. And his storm talon is out. Let's see what else is he keeping out. He's got all the bikes down there. He's got command squad, captain, chapter master from both detachments. Oh, he's got the Landspeeder Storms. That's what he's got sitting out. And they both have heavy flamers and Kerberos launchers, so they're going to be good at getting down lots of troops. If he can end up getting those deep strike nearby, hitting with the template weapon and a large blast is going to be nothing to sneeze at.
But I can do it.
No, you need to, there's a whole big chart for it. And it's a horribly inconsistent chart. Like 1 is you lose armor, but then 4 is like nothing. It's weird. 10, 12, here's the high yields of them.
I want to reread that rule.
And my warlord trait was fearless, if you care.
Did I? Oh, sorry.
I'm not afraid either.
These need 2s, strength 7.
64.
I'm actually going to I'm going to reserve.
All right, now you're cheating me. Now you're cheating me. Now I know.
Oh, yeah, I can hit them. Alright, these need 4s. So 2 more. So 2 more. 6 total. Yeah,
Okay.
4 from 4, right? Yeah.
All right, I'm deployed. Okay, so I guess that's it, huh? I'm not going to attempt to seize. Well, night fight, 36. Last till when? Night fight lasts till turn top of 2?
Yeah.
6.
For 1 turn.
Good for 1 turn.
My major range is 18,
Yeah.
except for them. Oh, and they actually have a 24.
Go ahead.
But it's a strength 5 small template.
All right. All right. Ready? Go ahead. All right. Let's do it. Turn 1.
All right. These guys are not. The gargoyles are not going to run. The black hormagaunts. They're going to go 6, and then they're going to run. I don't know what that is. 1, 3, and 3 because they have bounty lead gives an extra 3.
Oh, do you want to cast your psychics?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Dominion doesn't help me. Everything's within range.
Oh,
so
okay. I got you.
Synapse. His is 24. So
Nice.
okay. These guys in the back rank are going to run 4. Extra synapse, linchpin. So I got an extra 6 plus he's got the node, so I'm at 24. The hormagaunts back here are going to run 1 and 3. Obviously, they're not very fast today. Termagants over here are going to run 2. The hormagaunts behind them, they're fast, but they're not going to go that fast. 9. Termagants back here are going to run 2. The primes are with the 2 hormagaunt units.
Right.
The venom tropes are going to run 5.
Everybody's in.
Stay in. Zone tropes can't do anything, so run 5 over there. 6.
Okay.
Now for my crazy movement phase. These guys are only going to fly, so I got dangerous terrain once I get in there.
Don't blame me.
See how many of those die. It's going to be underneath there.
Don't touch if they're weak. No, it doesn't get
The Herald at 8.
These guys got an extra 4, so they're going 6 gets them up to there. And 4. Right there. Once you kill off a bunch of stuff, this will go a lot quicker.
It's all right.
In case you wanted a goal.
Oh, good. The big bomb. Oh man, is he just far enough out for the melter? I'm coming towards you, baby.
It's them. These guys are going to go 10. Here is fine.
I just overflowed love rolls at that point.
These guys got an extra 4, so they're going to 10. Keeps them over there. Them giving you a target-rich environment of Temple of Death. I hate these models.
Yeah.
They don't stand.
Yeah.
Okay, just so you all know, Jesse got the Warlord trait on his Prime to give it +6 to its synapse range, and he already made an agreement with Austin about being able to move and run his models at the same time. For the sake of time, they're just going ahead and doing it straight. Yeah, his gargoyles are kind of annoying. They're always a pain in the butt to move around.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, I've played against orc guys a couple times, and I think that that's in tournaments where you have a lot of this, when you're playing a horde army and you have such time restraints, I think being able to move and run at the same time is very important.
Yeah, it's a convenient thing for sake of time.
These guys got 11.
To the zone thropes and
Venom Thropes are moving up,
just have this.
given that 6-inch bubble.
Venom Thropes don't. Everybody has 12 except for him.
Okay.
And it looks like he's hiding the primes inside the Harmagron squads to give him some ablative wounds.
Guy's got an extra 2.
Yes, Pyro, that is a lot of nids, and he could be playing more if he was just doing straight spam and didn't have the Pyrovores and or the Biovores.
Try to move everything first.
What's interesting here is I don't know if Austin's gonna take the opportunity to try it, but he's got both of the primes are toughness 5, and he's got 2 chapter masters in there with Thunderfires. So if he gets some good orbitals off in this first turn, he could drop all of the synapse for that entire thing and then kill a lot of dudes. And that whole thing could break off the table turn 1.
They don't get the extra 3. I'll remember that this
The only
time.
problem is they're going to be having a good cover save.
12, so they can go where they want.
But from Barrage, it doesn't matter that much, because it's what, Stealth and Shrouded from Venom Thropes, I believe?
I mean, I'm not going to lie, if he ends up breaking and running off this table, no one's going to want to play on this camera again.
That's right, because it's not the first time it's happened. So Jesse's Warlord now looks like he's got 24-inch synapse range, which is pretty decent. But yeah, so the Venom Thropes, because he's not in area terrain, it's really not going to hide him too well. Both the Thunderfires and the Chapter Master's Orbitals are barrage weapons, so they're going to ignore the guys in the front. The Gargoyles are not going to be able to screen for them. It's just going to be a direct over the top. So if he gets Stealth and Shrouded, that'll be all he gets. It'll be a 4-up cover save.
Yes, it is. It's the old one. The green one that came out. I just painted it. Thanks. And it's actually magnetized. Oh, you're an alternate?
Yeah, I'm floated right now. Alright, you saw the stream, right? That came quick from me. Alright. Fireworks? Remember,
this is what I want.
Yeah, start painting it and you'll stop wanting to do that. It's very fun.
Oh, do you want to roll for them real quick? Just for dangerous?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
but
Thank you.
just so I'm sure.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of them. 6. Dangerous train. Because that's how I roll, baby. Dominion and Warp Blast. They come with Warp Blast standard, so.
I have Fearless for my Warlord off of Clan Raukaan's table. Iron Will. No powers.
Sure.
Gargoyles move 12, correct? Gargoyles move 12 total? Yes. 12 and they can run. So. Alright, sounds good. I'm just gonna move.
Did they pick up the relic? Okay. You can't run when you pick it up.
Thanks.
Alright, so it looks like Jesse's turn's all done up. He moved up, he's got his powers going. He's going to have a lot of synapse support here. It's going to be hard to get rid of all 4 zone tropes and both primes when they're stuck in all those ablative wounds.
Slightly.
But I'm still worried about Austin's orbitals and the Thunderfires. They could really do some hurt to this guy.
Yeah, that's the problem. I mean, it looks like he's spaced
Shuffled.
out.
Everything just kind of shuffled a little.
But trying to move a
rearrange
horde
some
army and
things.
have everything spaced out completely against blast wounds takes a lot of time.
It does. And for a timed round, you're not going to be able to do that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Interesting to see what Austin does here. It looks like he's trying to target the back squad of Gaunt's.
Alright, that's my movement.
He doesn't really have to worry about the Venom Tropes too much this turn because it's already a night fight. So they're going to be getting shrouded anyway.
Absolutely. So he might just be checking his range there to make sure that he can even
all
get
the same armor, right? Gargoyles and Gaunts.
Yeah, it's going to be redundant at this point.
Okay. I'm gonna.
Very easy to die armor save.
Yeah, I'm gonna use the strength 5. Strength 5. Ignore cover shot.
I would too. They give out shrouded, so I actually get no.
36 should be.
Night fight with them.
Okay.
You don't normally do this. But you had jaws. I'm like,
All right, we'll just go right in the middle here. Yeah, just put it on his base. So what is that? 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's roll. Hits, so he can see he's 3 inches.
So it looks like Austin got a shot where he wanted. I'm not sure. I'm not seeing any kind of characters.
All right, you want to hold that for me? Appreciate it. Second is a hit. I'll move it a little front so it gets 4.
Interesting
Can
choice to
basically
target.
stack over him.
So 3, 7.
So 7 total. Another
it's a
hit,
squad
I'll
with
do the
some
same,
depth.
11, and the final hit.
I don't know that they're going to
flops
contribute that
this
much
way.
to the battle in whatever way it goes on. I mean, it's good to eliminate all the troops, so skipping the gargoyles is not a terrible idea.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I'm curious to see what's going to happen.
Okay, so 10 in a gargoyle.
Those Thunderfires are going to be doing hurting on this squad all game. If he's going to be staying clumped like that, it's going to be hard for him to deal with it.
Absolutely. And then when he calls the
10, I'll
all
just
the
do the red as
blasts
a
that he has
gargoyle.
in this is that's the problem with being a horde army in this current meta is that there's a lot of blast weapons. So you have to really be careful with your spacing and really be careful with where you put your important things in opposed to your fluff, your flat, your bodies.
Sure,
So 2 on the blue unit.
6, 6, 4, 6, 7.
Getting some splash damage on a bunch of different units here. See what kind of stuff he can take down.
Yep. So 3.
There's at least 6 here.
Yep. 3, 6 on them.
And then 1.
If Jesse can get into Austin's army with enough of those bugs, I mean, he's still going to be able to do some hurt to that command
4,
squad.
and 1.
It's not real strong, but it's something.
Anything but. All right, so 4 on the large unit.
Taking down 4 and 1.
Center because it's barrage.
Correct.
See what he's got.
4.
Okay, 3 on the other unit and 1 gargoyle.
Not bad. I tell you the truth, if I was going to be getting multiple squads here, it might not be a terrible idea to go with the shot that puts him in difficult terrain. Slow that squad down a little bit. I mean, you're probably moving through it for the most part, but
Yeah.
it would be interesting for all the gargoyles to be taking dangerous each time they jump.
All right.
Absolutely.
And it looked like he killed off a couple of them last turn from doing that.
That's
From
fine.
his first movement.
I'm going to start on them. Yep. That's this Thunderfire, the exact same
Placement.
thing.
I guess he's trying to get line of sight on him to reduce the ballistic skill, otherwise it'd be a strange sight.
Flip it.
Strange target.
So I'll probably get nobody. Okay.
Yeah, nothing.
A hit, so we'll go back on him. Let's overlap all 4. Can be anywhere touching the bottom. So 7. And again, flipped it. I'll flip it from this furthest one. So we'll get another 2, let's say.
Okay.
So about 9 total. Same unit.
Everybody paying attention here. We're going to have
Right.
we have an active judge at this table
Anything but 2s or 1s.
that'll be interrupting in case
So
things
3,
go wrong.
6, 7.
So he got 7 from the second shot, 4 from the
is he a
first
part
shot. It
of
looks like
that
he's
one
11
still?
down.
Yes, he is.
Okay.
So that's going to put that
Thought
down
so.
to a
All right.
9-man squad, looks like.
Next, I'm going to use 6.
And it doesn't look like he reserved anything. He's got all of the gargoyles out, all the Hormagaunts and Termagants. Looks like the primes are hidden in the units there. Zones are on the outside flanks.
All right, I'm going to drop the
And
orbital
the
from
Bivores
this
are
squad.
sitting pretty in the back of the building there. So everything is on the table. He hasn't tried to reserve anything to keep it out.
Master.
Was it flip or you just picked 2?
And for
Yeah,
reserves
no,
on
it'll
Austin's
flip. I'm
army,
trying to think real quick.
he's got the necessary
It's night
storm
fight,
talent
so
out.
you get a 4-up cover, right?
I only see 1 rhino and it looks like a
gonna
stalker on the
hold.
table, so 1 rhino looks like it's out, and he's probably deep striking both of the scout squads and land speeder storms, and they're going to be able to do some damage with all of the tempo weapons.
Yeah, it'll only be 5.
Yeah, I think that for Jesse,
I'm
when
gonna
you're running a
hold.
horde army, there's not a whole lot that you can try to keep out. You need unless you have one, like maybe a unit of Gene Stealers. Not that they're fantastic in any
No, I'm
codex
gonna
at
wait.
this point, but having all your guys out to just slowly slunk across the field or infiltrate in from one side.
All right,
maybe.
that's it.
But I think you just need
I
that-
guess
that
these
big
guys will
blob
just
of
pop
bodies,
smoke.
Just like a blob guard. You need
Oh, I'm sorry. That's it. Go ahead.
Yeah, if you're going horde, you need to go all in on horde, so that makes plenty of sense.
Top of 2.
All right, so we're switching over to Nid turn, top of 2.
Alright, knife fight's going to be gone. Still have cover killers, I should say.
Oh, actually, the morale check. Are they all fearless, or they have to consolidate?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're all fearless.
Okay.
Right now, because I have coverage everywhere. Yeah, when I move up.
Go ahead. Yep.
Okay. These guys, the black unit's going to run, so I have to move through cover first.
Our orders can actually hurt it. So
They're going to get 6, and then they're going to run another 9, so they're going to be all wherever I want them. Difficult terrain for them. 5.
that guy's gonna run.
These guys here are going to go forward, but I'm not going to go through terrain with them. But they will run. Another 4.
Okay.
Hormagaunts behind them will run. Sorry, run is only 1 die.
Oh,
6, but I don't get the bounding leap with them. So we got him. These guys are going to run also. Just 2. The Venom Thropes get an extra 1.
I think we had to do a pinning check. Does Fearless prevent pinning checks?
Yeah, ignore that.
It does? Okay, I wasn't sure if it did. Sorry.
All right, these guys are moved through cover.
Jesse's getting along his movement
Yep.
here, checking the range of all the guys first.
Okay.
And one thing I noticed that it didn't look like Austin used his orbitals yet. He might be waiting for a better chance, maybe they can get more clumped up. But yeah, I don't know that there's any downside to giving it a shot now. With the Venom Thorpe still around, it's not going to matter too much.
Yeah, he might have been waiting just to get out of night fight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It was redundant at that point. Night fight gave him stealth and shrouded, but so did the Venom Thorpes.
That's a good point.
So if he wasn't going to matter maybe much, I mean, it might also be that they might have been outside of 36 and he didn't want to commit too quickly. So I can respect that much at least.
No, they're not. Okay. The guys behind them. 5. That'll put me just on the other side. How close do you need to be an objective to find out what it is?
I think it's within 3 inches.
All right, so
So we should probably flip.
I got to roll for that one.
Yeah, flip that one, and not this one.
Oh, we just flip it?
Well, yeah, actually, it doesn't matter. But yeah, you can roll for him. I'll look it up. The objective's got to pop.
It's going to be 5, whatever that is.
5.
All right. Actually, I'll roll for that one because he's going to be there.
5 is a Scatterfield.
Scatterfield.
Covers 1 greater.
Okay.
I'll take that.
Oh, okay.
Never mind.
All right.
That one over there is going to be 6.
traveling generator, and you want to move it over which object it has to charge.
Yep, this one, yep.
Thanks.
All right.
I am bad. Very bad. I'm furious.
All my gods over here are going stupid crazy. 6, 15.
No cover, we roll ahead. Storm Raven.
I have a question. For outflanking, is this my board edge now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pick. Okay, so it's still okay. It never changes.
All right, so for mysterious objectives, looks like we have Skyfire on the top left, Scatterfield, which is +1, cover save in the bottom left, and what was the right one that he got there? We can check out. It's gonna be interesting to see if Austin's able to pick out the Venom tropes with his Thunderfire cannons. Then he's gonna have clear shooting on the rest of the army. The command squad will probably advance and drop the entire front squad of gaunts
The one over there was the displacement field, the half charge distance.
Okay, so it looks like the bottom right one is the
And this one for infantry was
the grav inhibitor, the half charge range. You got it. That's the one. Okay. Jesse's advancing up here. I guess he's just trying to bait it out with the gaunts in the front there. Just trying to max out movement, get as fast as you can. It'll be curious to see if he picks up the objective here. Because if he does, then he's going to be able to get targeted. But it's I don't know. The way the rules are, I mean, a good play that he might try to do here is that if he can get one of the primes to pick up the relic, he can do that because it's part of a scoring unit.
Right.
And it's a weird way of reading the rules, but it just says for relic, any model in a scoring unit is able to pick up the relic. And so the prime, though he's not a scoring unit himself, is in a scoring unit and then can pick up the relic. And that'll give it really a resilient person to hold on to it for the course of this game.
Absolutely, and then he can just try to move it back towards the corner where the pyrivores are, and just try to tuck it away, make Austin kind of hide.
Because the only thing Austin has that can really go after him at this point is going to be both of the scout squads and the storm talon. If he could get the prime to pick up the relic and move it into this ruin in the corner, if he can get it underneath one of the ledges that's there, the Thunderfires are not going to be able to hurt him. And it's going to be up to 10 scouts, 2 Landspeeder Storms, and a Storm Talon.
Oh, actually, you're not quite in it. Never mind.
And I seriously doubt that those things are going to be able to take a relic away from a prime if he's got some bubble wrap. So,
it'll definitely be a difficult situation for him, and he's going to have to try to figure that out. That's going to be the good thing about the Horde army, because he can also just bubble that prime with a unit of gaunts and pull it back.
Okay.
Yeah, and on the way back, he can have a Venom perk with it, so he has that increased cover.
Get that cover save. It'll be interesting to see how he plays that. Because if he can manage to get the relic, then he cannot get a massive loss. There's no way that he can get a massacre to him done. He can play for secondaries at that point. If he can get first blood or something like that, he can walk away. If his warlord is holding the relic, as long as he can get some line breaker in there, he'll win on secondaries guaranteed. And it's good to know that you have that option this early in the game.
Absolutely, but it's also a danger to have that option that early, to have the relic that early in the game, because yes, you can bring it back to your table edge, but Austin does have some outflankers, and he does have that bike squad that can just try to come around in the Talon. He does have more mobility than Jesse does at the moment. So while it's good that he can grab that fast right now, he's slow moving coming back.
The one thing I worry about with Austin's army trying to get to that cable quarter is that those bikes are probably not going to make it through all the bugs, at least not in time. The bugs can come down and thump on them because they're not white scars, so they don't have any kind of hit and run. So with Salamanders and Iron Hands, it's not going to be an option for him to do that. So he can just get tar pit by a squad of bugs. As long as they're fearless, they'll be able to sit on them.
I didn't take the sky. I don't have any monsters creatures. Out. Over here. I barely got both of them in. I can see your. Nah, I can only get one of them. Right, yeah, I know. I got that. All I did with the gargoyles was peel them in, the ones that were out on the outside. Warp blast into your biker.
Okay, him.
Yep.
Okay.
Psychic test.
Okay.
Goes off. Chance to die. I'm a level 2. Okay. You have
Adamantium Will from the shield gives him +1.
Alright, so either way you got it. Do you have a psychic? You don't have a psychic, do you?
No, the shield eternal is the only thing for Adamantium
It
Will.
doesn't go off. Don't have range. Your turn.
Okay. Bottom of 2. I'll roll for all my reserves now. My Storm Talon does not come on. My Rhino with 5 does come on. Scouts in this speeder. Scouts in this speeder. No. 5-man bolters and 5-man bolters. Okay. My. Okay.
I will go to ground.
You have to roll. You can just come in.
Yeah, I rolled for these here, 6 inches. Just gonna park this. Park this back here. These guys will do because they're easy. They'll be out flanking.
All right, so Austin for reserves, he got in his Rhino with the 5 tacticals.
My choice.
It looks like where did he put them, or is he still deciding where he's gonna put them? Maybe over here. And then he's got 2 scouts that are coming in. They're outflanking, and the 1 storm is coming down as well. It's deep striking. So he's got 1 storm left in reserve, and he's got the Storm Talon left in reserve.
No, just come on from reserve. Yeah. Oh, okay. Has to be in my deployment zone still? Yeah, I really don't have any other choice.
It's the long edge in your deployment zone. Yeah.
I take more wounds normally than AP.
Cheat me. You should have let him. Then I could send shenanigans.
Gotcha.
I would have felt better. I would have felt better when he won.
Yeah. All right. He's going to still come in over here. They're going to have to shuffle anyway. Okay. All right. Oh, okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, he's fine. All right. These guys outflanking, same side.
You guys are going to do this all the time. I'm going to have to fully paint my army when I come here.
Come on, let me do something.
It takes me a long time. Because unfortunately I play too many games, and I'm painting all over the place. I'm painting stuff I don't even play right now.
Yeah, he's got a deep strike in.
They can't unload the train they deep strike though, right? Or they can?
Yeah. What's the toughness on these?
4.
4.
The highest toughness in my army is 4. The majority of it is 3.
Alright, first shot's going to evasive.
Alright.
So,
I'm gonna try Jeep striking over here. Give me a sec.
No, he wants to fill that thing. Yep. Well, you're taking coverage. Yeah. Alright, here's the one.
Sorry.
Alright, 1d6 hits the guy. That one, man. Where you want the orbital? Damn. 6 and 7.
Right here? Yes, no?
4 there.
His base. So barely. Right there. Okay.
I was hoping.
Alright. Sorry that took so long. Okay, on to movement.
Precise, you got a lot to look at. The plan is working. Intimidation. Until they start killing things, and he's like, oh, these days die.
Yeah.
Look out the first one. Looks out. Thrown. Dead. Look out the second
So
one.
now, you're doing a camera angle this way now?
Basic 3 up. Good. Basic.
I watched the live
He's gonna
broadcast.
shuffle.
It was pretty good.
Good.
6 inches.
I came in late. It was like, yeah, I decided to keep going, even though I wanted to. I'm like, wow, I missed a lot.
While they're kind of figuring out everything here, we wanted to point out that one of the interesting things is that there's he's got these. Austin's got these vehicles that Jesse really can't do much about in his army. He's got a lot of strength 4 shooting and just guys that punch things. I mean, the Hormigons don't have rending claws, and most of the army doesn't, except maybe the primes. I didn't actually see what they were with.
He's got Lash Up Bone Sword, and then this other one has a Reaper, a Blitteraz, whatever that is.
Okay. So really they're really the only things that can maybe do anything to those vehicles, except that they can get the back arc of that storm. And what we're really hoping for here, as this shooting phase starts to happen, me and Matt are really hoping that Austin remembers his orbital and tries to hit Jesse, because Jesse is a lot more clumped up than he was on turn 1, and that orbital would really help him out right now.
This thing's gonna
I mean, he could manage to get First Blood and Warlord in one shot.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you can see, we don't have drawing on the screen yet, but in the about middle left of the table, you have the Warlord Prime, and then the bottom middle of the table, you have the other Prime. So you can take out a good bit of his synapse right there.
I mean, it's
right,
this turn.
shooting
It's interesting because he can wait until he gets everything in the table and do some more damage and do the backup routine. And I don't think there's much harm in that. The only harm in that is that it would allow Jesse to take the relic and walk backwards with it. But Jesse didn't grab the relic this turn. If he had grabbed the relic this turn, and Austin was not aggressive like he's doing right now, he's being pretty passive with the game. If he had chosen not to do that, Jesse would have a really easy time taking that relic back to his side of the table and then having a real solid chance at winning it on primaries and/or secondaries.
Yeah, and honestly, at that point, he doesn't really care about all of his troops dying to.
Doesn't matter as much. Yeah,
as long as he has that scoring unit with the relic in the back that
he can just
Austin can't get to.
He can give up all the objectives and not care as much about it. But right now because he didn't do that, Austin is afforded this opportunity to be passive again in his play. He can pull back again. He can cause more minor damage with the Thunderfires. Wait for the game to go a little longer, and then wait for all of his reserves to come in. The other option that he could do, and I think it would have been the choice that he had to make if Jesse picked up the relic, was to just commit with everything right now. Deep Strike with the Land Speeder nearby, so he gets the Kerberos Lodge Blasts, the Flame Template down there to rock out some guys, launch both orbitals, take out the tacticals, let them dump out, and do some more damage to the Gauts in front.
Okay. And then 2, that was and then 2 on the gargoyles. I rolled 1-1, so 1 gargoyle.
All right, so a big thing there that just happened while we were talking about that was that Austin just got First Blood. He knocked off a squad of the Gaunts, so that's going to put him up by 1 in the secondary column. If we can move back here, let's do this one. Move back over here. So if you check out the secondary objectives, he got First Blood now, so that puts him up in the secondary column. If it ends up being something that he needs to do, let's move back here. He's dropping orbital. Where's he going with it?
Oh, there it is. That's
There's
what we
the
want.
orbital. That's what we wanted to say.
Is there,
All right, and it looks like he did put it on one of the primes.
So 2 inches to the left.
Yes?
Yep, that looks good. And the second one off of that is a hit. So I'll make sure.
There we go. Let's see how this does. Is that?
So it's also over. So we got 2 on the prime.
Mike live?
And
1, 2, 3,
okay.
and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
9.
9.
Okay, so 2 and 9.
2 and 9.
So 2. Okay. Here's the 2.
Just ignore.
Does not ignore cover. Nope. This is the 2 on the prime. So 2 wounds, and the others on the guns.
And what's the AP?
It's AP 1, 2, AP 2. It's an orbital. So 2 wounds, and it's strength 10. No.
Warlord's over here.
Okay, and then 2, 4, 5.
Okay, so that's what we were looking to have happen. He just dropped one of the primes. We're trying to find out now if that's the Warlord or not.
Closest to the center, so just try to, yeah, whatever.
That was what we were looking for to happen. That was fantastic. I mean, he didn't get, since he wasn't in area terrain, he didn't get the bonus to the cover save. Really didn't do too much for him. He just got the 4 up, and it looks like he failed one of the 2 at least.
Fearless, is that right?
And being able to get that second hit was really fortunate for Austin because it really allowed him to place it exactly where he needed it to be to make that happen.
Yeah, now that that's gone, Austin. I just heard Austin ask. You just heard Austin ask whether Synapse makes him fearless, just to double check that fact. And so it's possible that he's going to, as best as he can, try to eliminate Synapse, because then the troop units start doing some crazy stuff in this new codex.
Yeah, it's really a pretty big disadvantage for the Nids right now. The only problem is he still has both of the he still has both of the Zonethorpes on the outside, so they're flanking in. They're keeping most of those guys together. And we just found out that the Warlord is not that one. It's the one that's over there on the left with that little marker next to it. That's the guy that also has now the 24-inch Synapse range. So he really needed to have that one be the one that got that.
Absolutely. It's still a good thing to get rid of that HQ.
Yeah, it's still not a bad choice.
Get rid of that Synapse on your side. It weakens his whole right flank there.
The Warlord really would have been a nice chance, although he would have needed to reposition totally onto the other side of the table in order to get that. But if he did, I mean, that would have been, he would have had a really lockdown on the secondaries.
Absolutely.
All he would have needed to do at that point is deny Relic and or deny one of the objectives, and he would have been fine.
Yeah, see, now one of the things that's going to be hard for Jesse at this point is he can't necessarily as easily do what we were just talking about.
Right.
Try to tie on bringing back that Relic and holding on that Relic. He needs to try to win on objectives, because with the way that the secondaries work, both of you can get to play the Warlord and Linebreaker, but First Blood is only one person. So
yeah, First Blood oftentimes is the game changer.
Yeah, absolutely. Which I mean, I personally think it's unfortunate, but it is what it is, and it's good that you can have a way to completely break a tie.
Yeah, and something that we can all take away from this is that when you're building your army list, you want to build it in such a way that you have something that can get First Blood.
Absolutely.
When it's a relevant point in the mission, make sure you have something that can take it. And it's also good to try to build an army that is resilient against giving it up.
Fire into the Zonethorpes. There's 5 in there. And the Sergeant I'll just do with a Gray, because he's better ballistic skill. Okay, so that's 3, 4. They need 4s to wound. No wounds. All right, and
Not what I'm used to.
yeah.
Supposed to be tearing me up.
Okay, that's it for my shooting. For running, I'm just gonna run these guys 6-inch. This group 2 inches.
2 more 5 up involves? Nope, takes 3.
This squad as well.
Yes!
3 inches.
Get away. I'm in this 5.
Okay, you're top of 3. And I guess everything's in Synapse, right? So you don't have to do any sort of checks.
He's got a 24. Move this. Everything over there.
Sure, absolutely.
Guys are 12, so they'll cover anything else. Actually,
I think he's about to be on me.
Yeah, I've still got a little bit on me.
Okay.
Those are the ones I might forget.
All right, that's fine. I'll try to remember.
Totally honest. Those are the ones I might forget.
Sounds good to me.
They're going to move through cover, try to get out of the building. Seeing as how you're moving away from me. 6, so they're actually going to get down.
Yes.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take them, put them there.
Sounds good. You can just leapfrog them.
These guys are going to shuffle out too. So, not as good as I would have liked. Come on.
So while they're kind of checking everything here, and Jesse's doing some movement here, I don't know if you, as you guys saw, he was checking the synapse off of that Norn Crown Prime, which is a really great thing to have in the Tyranid Codex. That's the one nice thing about the new decks, is the ability to just spread out your synapse so much. But he had to move up those biovores because as he moves up his army, they were almost completely out of synapse range from that Prime.
And we're seeing in the battle of whether or not biovores against Thunderfires, the biovores having a limited range is really making a difference here.
Terrain.
They're going to run. After they get the +3. Big help there. These guys not within enough, so they're going to run also. 5. Omagants here are going to move through cover. 5. The Hormagants here skirt around. They're going to run. Shuffle an extra 2. Right, that is, they're going to go through terrain. 5. Is that everything?
Yep.
They're going to go
yeah,
into cover 2. 5. All right, so. Here. It's him. These guys are going 10.
Big gun, throwing shots, and that's it.
These guys are gonna go 8, 6, 14.
That's a scatter die. 4, 6.
These guys are going 5. So not quite everybody's in. It's going to leapfrog.
Gotcha.
Actually, you got to come back because you didn't make it in. That's them. Put you back this way. Oh yeah, that's gonna stay.
These Zone Pimps aren't independent characters, are they?
No. You killed one of my only independent characters. Oh, I missed him. Get over there.
Okay, so it looks like Jesse's starting to go into a different mode here now that he lost that prime. He's looks like he's trying to move enough over to that left objective, that top left objective, in order to secure it. The Hormagants look like they're going on a suicide mission to cause some damage, do what they can do. The Gaunts on the right are looking to do the same thing. And Austin is a bit light on troops, so if it comes to it, he can try to eliminate the troops. But he's looking at 2-3 squads of 5 Marines each. One in that Black Rhino, 5 guys standing there naked on the side, and he's got 5 guys in that Storm Town. So it's going to be a tough job for that one squad of, 15 now, Gaunts, that take down that much. I'm not sure if he's going to be pulling them back or not.
Yeah, I almost feel like the play here would almost be to have that middle, that far right Gaunt squad try to meet up with the black Hormagon squad, because while they are weak to a lot of the Marines' fire, whether it's the blast or anything like that, for the amount of point cost you get out of especially Hormagons, not necessarily Termagants, they can dish out a lot of damage. They can dish out a lot of damage, and I don't think he bought Toxin Sacks on him, or actually he did. Sorry, they do.
Oh, yeah,
the Hormagon squads do have Toxin Sacks, or at least
The
two of them
25
do.
does not, yeah. 25 man does not.
Yeah, the 220-mans have Toxin Sacks, which can mean those bikes. It's a nice advantage on those bikes that it doesn't matter what the strength is. He's going to be doing it all fours.
I am worried about this though right now because that black squad is really committing suicide, and I don't know that it's going to gain anything.
Right.
Because it's out there now. It just did its move and run at the same time, which is what Jesse's been doing the whole time. And if Austin can come up here, dump out both of those tactical squads, or the command squad can take it down by himself. I mean, that black squad really does not have much of a chance. And I don't know that Jesse's going to get much out of it. Having both of the tactical squads out, his Biovores might be able to do something, but I don't know that they'll do enough to make it worth it. I think he might be just throwing away that squad then.
Yeah, I think it might also be that he's trying to make a charge there, trying to get to that bike squad. But at least from here, it does look like that's a pretty strong charge. I mean, they do have fleet,
Right.
which will help with that.
But it looks like they just did a move and a run at the same time. Which is what I mean. I don't think he'll be able to get a charge off. And if I'm reading that wrong, this is not a bad play at all.
Yeah.
But I do have to say props to Jesse and thanks to him and the Ice House guys for coming out. We got a bunch of them out here. It's always a pleasure to have them down. And well done at bringing Tyranids. I know that they're getting a lot of flack and a lot of hate, and it's a good and courageous thing that you're willing to come out here into this really competitive environment and try that out.
Okay.
Absolutely, because you're going to need to try it out eventually. And if you're a guy that mainly plays Tyranids, if it's an army that you know how to play well, a lot of times, at least somewhat, you can counteract the softness of your army, because you have knowledge of it that someone that's just picking up a strong list picking up a strong list and testing it a couple times won't necessarily have that same knowledge.
Sure. And being that it's new and unfamiliar, you're going to get a lot of guys that aren't going to know exactly how it operates, and so they're not going to know how to approach it.
Exactly, and they may be more likely to let slip certain facts about the army, like that the Hormagons have fleet, or that 2 of the troops have Toxin Sacks, so they're going to be dishing out more damage than they think in the combat.
Right. But I think Austin is doing a good job at approaching it correctly by trying to take down systematically the synapse in the army.
Absolutely. We're going to go to the game here because it looks like they're doing some shooting, so we can hear what's going on there.
Wherever you want it.
This way over this group here.
Okay. Like that?
I should be able to get all 4 of them.
Yep. Oh yeah, because you can enter the base, yeah.
So 4 of those.
Okay.
That's it. So
All
I
right.
got 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1.
Yes. The one on the Tech Marine, you'll have to roll at toughness 7. The other guys are T5.
Okay. So 2, 4, 7, and then the 1. All right.
Yes.
5 spoon your bikers.
Yes. There's 10.
2.
Okay. So I'll take it from.
And then your Tech Marine.
Okay.
Boom.
Okay. So what's the AP on these?
4.
AP 4. Okay.
So 4, 4.
Okay. What do you want me to roll first?
Tech Marine.
Tech Marine. One of them. He's got a 2-up armor. Okay. And here, I guess, which one do you want it? Do you want it on the Chapter Masters with the 2-ups? Do you want it on these guys with the 3-ups?
You choose where it goes.
Okay, then I'll put it on the 2-up. I mean, I'll roll both. I'll roll on him.
On these, I kind of actually hope for a scatter off so I can put mines
drop
out,
the little guys to charge.
Because the strength 4 is terrible, but if I get a unit of 3, they're strength 6.
Yeah, that's nice.
All right, so that's them. They ran. So these guys here. All right, I can see through the window.
Yep, I've been using it.
And they're both within range.
Okay.
We're going to try your Thunderfire cannon.
Okay.
Psychic test was off. I'm doing a lance, by the way.
Okay.
Strength 10, AP 2.
Okay. So you just need 2s, because I'm T7. I'll get
I
a.
have to roll the hit first.
Oh yeah. Fair enough.
Because that's how I roll, baby.
Jeez.
Your turn.
Okay. Yeah, bottom of 3. I got to roll for my other reserves now. They're in the speeder. They're in the rhino. This speeder squad for deep striking. Yeah. They're in. And the Storm Talon is also in. Deep striking speeder.
Are you winning? You didn't table me yet, so I'm good.
We'll go for a hit.
Yeah, I got a lot dead too.
Okay. Storm Talon. My board edge.
Flyers. Templates can't target or can't hit. Just double checking.
Okay. Movement. These guys are going to move through terrain.
Hi. Hi.
All right, so after you combat squatted, how many troops do you have total?
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You got the same as me now. Two of my units are bigger than all of his put together, though.
Oh, yeah, not yet. You know, eventually I'll try to come. Eventually I will come. Surprise everything.
All right, so for reserves, it looks like he got all the rest of his reserves in, and this is the turn. This is what I was saying, that because Jesse did not grab the relic this turn, it afforded Austin on turn 2 the ability to play back and be passive. But now that it's coming to the top of turn 3, or bottom of turn 3 rather, Austin can really just go all in here. And that's what it looks like he's doing. He's dedicating. He's going to pick apart the individual units. Jesse had a clump back towards that one, his Warlord Prime, and the rest of them are going to do some damage here. So the Landspeeder Storm, the black one, just dropped in there. He's going to use his Kerberos launcher and his Heavy Flamer, and he's probably going to drop down that whole squad. The blue one's coming up on the side there. The command squad's approaching. The Storm came in, so they all look like they're advancing to try to do some serious damage. It'll be tough to see how Jesse can recover from this.
Yeah, he did lose a lot, and like we were saying earlier, he's kind of, as much as you don't want to be bunched up against a lot of large blasts, you want to be in the same grouping with a swarm like this. So he's kind of breaking off the swarm, and that might end up being an issue for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it allows him to split apart, and then you can isolate each individual unit and take it down.
Sergeants with the
it's a colonial America thing, right?
Yeah.
United we prosper, apart we fall.
Oh no, I said good without thinking.
This guy. He's just going to scoot a little. What was their range? I'm sorry, 24?
Well, the Lance is 18. The blast is 24.
6 inches back. It's gonna pop smoke. Oh, okay. Sorry. Good call. Okay, that's it for my movement. I'm gonna go into shooting. All right, I'm gonna open up here. He's gonna fire into the zoanthropes. Assault cannons will be blue. Skyhammers will be gray. So Skyhammers, yeah, everything hits. So 7 on 4s and 6 on 4s. They need 2s. These rend, but it doesn't much matter. Okay, so 4 and 2.
So 6 total?
Yep, 6 total. And what's their armor? Or they have better cover, don't they?
It's 5 or a 3 up invuln.
Oh, 3 up invuln. That's what it is. I was sure if it was cover invuln. All right,
I don't know
so
why
6
they
of
even
them.
bothered to give them an armor save. Because all the guns that take away invulns are gone, right?
Except
The
for
old
like
the
big
Great Knight stuff.
apocalypse stuff.
I mean, so.
Okay.
All right.
6 of them.
How many 3s can I roll? 1 dies, 1 wounds.
Okay.
So either he survives all game or one of those does.
Gonna snap at the last stone throw. Need a 6. Misses.
I usually have 1 left at the end of the game with 1 wound on it.
Okay, he's gonna fire here. The speeder has a heavy flamer, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, and the sergeant bolters inside. It's pintle mounted. So let's do this. So let's get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the flamer. 6 for the flamer.
Okay.
Heavy flamer. So 3 and what's their toughness?
3.
Toughness 3. Okay, sorry. 5. I thought they were T4 for a minute. Okay, and the bolters will fire as well.
Anything small is T3.
Okay.
Everything.
Fair enough. Sergeant's gray. Okay, so 2, 4. Okay, so 3 bolter wounds. So a total of 8. Be from, yeah, closest I see. 3, 4, 5. Okay.
Here's my Overwatch.
Tactical squad. Rapid fire range. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 rapid fire shots and a multi-melta snapping. Multi-melta snapping. Miss. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. 3's the wound. 4 dead. Okay, I'm going to go over here to the scouts in the speeder.
Okay.
The heavy flamer, so 2 of them, and then their units inside. So here's the heavy flamer first. 1 wound, and the scouts inside, 1.
It's going to be tough here on the bottom right for Jesse. If he loses that zone throw up on the outside there, he's really going to have to stick in close to the prime in order to have any kind of synapse range. And without the synapse, obviously this army falls apart. So he needs to keep that in tight there in order to keep this around.
Yeah, and as we were saying earlier, and as you guys saw, that top black unit of Hormigons just pretty much ran valiantly into death. He didn't know that land speeder was going to be there with the flamer and everything, but having that individual group that far up and away from everything really came down. Really ended up hurting Jesse in the long run.
Yeah, and I'm not sure what he tried to gain from that. It might have been just time, and if that's the case, he bought a full turn of all those troops being where they are. But I don't know that nets him much of a gain in this mission.
Yeah.
All in rapid fire.
For anybody just tuning in, we are Team Stomping Grounds in Warminster, Pennsylvania, and today we're having an Adepticon preparation tournament. There are 24 players here. We have some top quality fellows: Warren and Barn, Nick Nanavati, we got John Parsons today. some pretty well-known guys in the circuit are all here today in this tournament. And today, in this match, we have Tyranids by Jesse Green from Ice House Warriors against Austin Martin, who's a local guy from nearby. And this is the bottom of turn 3, and it's Austin's turn. Austin right now has First Blood, and they're working on, this mission is an Adepticon primer mission. That's the wrong one. Oh, that is that one. And it is mission 3 from last year. The new missions are not out just yet, so we don't have them. But this is what we're playing at. The relic is the center objective. It's that orange one from Torn of Fire, and the 4 corner objectives are the Stomping Grounds objectives. You can see one there in that frame, right next to the Lance Beater. So far, the objectives are set on Jesse's favor. I think he has 2 or 3 of them, and to Austin's 1 in that corner. And for the relic, nobody has claimed it yet, but Jesse is nearby in case it comes up for him as an opportunity.
Yeah, he does have a big unit of Hormagaunts there and some Termagants that can just kind of grab that and let the other Hormagaunts go to feed. I believe it's feed, and just do what they're going to do and try to run away. Try to let Austin focus on the instinctive behavior gaunts and try to hide that relic as well as you can.
Yeah, if he can stall them, if he can buy turns, which might be what he's trying to do now, that's not a bad play if he can win off of the relic. But the hard thing is that he's gonna have a real hard time. He's in a tough spot after losing that one warrior. He's in a real tough spot without having.
They're gonna go for
in order to win the primary, he needs to get the relic and have majority on the objectives, which is gonna be tough for him to do.
6 inches.
Yeah, so as we can see here, Austin's really trying to take down that Zoanthrope so that Jesse really has a lot harder time with a Synapse range.
So the first Thunderfire went over on the top of the table, didn't do too much damage. And now his other Thunderfire is going right there in front of him.
3 of them.
Just moving over, getting some fellas.
I'll walk it even further back. So 4, so 7 total.
So he's getting 7 there.
Not the best Thunderfire shot, but he's more or less guaranteed to. Anything he wounds here is just going to die.
He's going to take it down, yeah.
And they are fearless, but if he gets rid of that Zoanthrope, they'll have to take that test.
Yep. And those are the Hormagaunts too, so less numbers is less numbers. You can't. I mean, if he gets charged by them, it's not going to be such a big deal.
Yeah.
Curious to see what he decides to do with his command squad. If he just unloads the entire thing into the Zoanthropes, or if he tries to go someplace else with it.
That might be the best option because the Zoanthrope is definitely one of the strongest things in the army with that 3-up invuln. So he's going to have to rely on making Jesse roll a lot of 6-ups, or 3-ups, and that might be the best option here.
It might feel like overkill, but if you can eliminate the synapse on that side of the table, I'm not sure on the range right now, but if that prime is with that warlord trait that he got to get the extra plus 6 inches, that might save his bacon here if he ends up losing these 2 Zoanthropes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and then 1, 2, grab. 2. Grab will be gray. And the bolters are twin linked. Okay. Okay. So the bolters need 4s, and the grabs need. What's their armor?
Armor is 5.
Oh, fair enough. Grabs need 5. Fair enough.
There you go. There's a reason.
There you go. Should have used the bolters. 1 and
4s. 4 of them.
Yep. So 4 3-up invulns.
I can't call it this time. I don't know. I'm all over the place. One wound like I thought.
Okay.
I was thinking 1 wound.
And probably.
Not real. Well, really? Hello. That's me.
It's your call.
I'm okay with that. It's 2-2-2-3.
That's it for my shooting phase.
Okay.
Assault, I'm gonna
Everything should be
pass.
fine. It's going to be, you should see an opening by Reed trucking in a little bit. Yes, please, disregard.
So something's interesting here. I think that Austin chose to use the grav guns instead of his bolters, which probably wasn't the best idea, being that the Zoanthropes don't actually have an armor save. Their only save, well, they have a 5-up, sorry. Their only save is a 3-up. So they would have been wounding on 4s with the bolters rather than 5s on the grav. And because he doesn't have grav amps like the Centurions do, he's only wounding them on 5s and he's not getting any rerolls. I think the twin-link bolters probably would have been a better choice. So he ended up only removing one of the Zoanthropes, which is not going to be enough to do it here. We'll see if he ends up deciding to charge them. If he does, he's going to put himself in a pretty dangerous position for all of the counter assault and the counter shooting that Jesse's going to be able to throw back into his face.
All right. I don't need to move him now, do I?
Okay, either he failed that charge or decided not to do it, but looks like it's going to be top of turn 4 with Jesse.
What do I want to do?
Pretty awesome. I think everyone loves the dice. I'm just gonna mark this so I don't forget they're still in there. Don't mind.
Are you kidding me, really? Ignore the fucking thing. Hello, this is Jesse. Yep. 2223. And that's who I am. I'd like you to disregard, please. Give me.
All right, so now that he's got that surviving Zoanthrope over there on the right, looks like Jesse's going to try to engage a lot of the troops here, and he might be able to do some damage. He's got 10 scouts over there, and they're stuck that corner. The 3 surviving gaunts that are left are going to be able to get in there. They might be able to take down some of those tacticals, but it's going to be a long shot either way. We'll see how it gets to.
I want to be in the camera. That guest whisperer is Jesse Newton, who we're going to show you right now.
This is the tournament organizer for Team Stomping Grounds.
And the head judge, who should probably be on the game floor.
No, that's what I got robbed for. It makes me look good. Mwah.
I'm guessing Biobars can move and shoot.
I don't see why not, unless they're heavy.
Yeah, I believe it's a assault weapon. Double check the
Yeah, check the stats. Got one here. All right, and then he's doing movement and running here with this big squad of Homer guns here.
Barrage.
So many models.
That's the plan.
Starting to feel the overwhelming presence.
Yes,
It is, yep, top of 4.
Guess you can stay still, so he doesn't need to move. These guys are 6. They can stay there. They can stay there. I'm going to move the Venom Thropes to terrain.
Okay.
4 inches.
Exactly what you were afraid of. They are bad to move.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Get over here. Cover's turning me off.
What are you doing over there? Your wings are hiding one on me. Another one over there. Supposed to move 2 turns ago. All right, everybody's moved. It's going to shooting time. Barrage from the back unit.
Skimmer, do they take dangerous terrain or ignore it? They do. What's the one that ignores it?
All right, we're gonna go right here.
Sorry. Okay.
Basically the front end, so I clip those two.
Gotcha. Biovores?
Yep, the back unit.
Got it. Okay,
Hits.
direct hit.
Perfect. So we got 3. Next one's gonna scatter forward.
Okay.
So pretty much misses.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll roll for how many are there in a minute.
All right, cool.
And the other one, this way, so I'm gonna clip 1.
Okay.
So 4 total.
So 4 total, and then number of.
I have 2 there.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, they did. No, because the prime doesn't. You're trying to check me. I see how you are. I see how you are. Somebody better. I don't know what I'm doing. No, I realized that like 2 games ago that they didn't have it, so I rolled for it the very first turn, but I didn't move him because I remembered while we were moving him down. I said the prime. So 4 of them. I need 5s.
Yep, T5.
2.
2 wounds. All right. First 2 up on this guy. Second 2 up on that guy.
All right. The other Biovores. I got a little further range. So. Anybody?
Okay.
We're gonna go on the back side.
So you're gonna get. You can get 3 of them and him, or else you can get 4 of them. It's up to you.
I'll go with 4.
Okay.
Wherever I get 4.
Oh, actually, it has to be over a base.
Yeah.
Can you reach back here?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I can reach the back guy if I want. All right, so it's going to scatter back. I don't have line of sight to you, so 7.
Right here. 7. Here.
But I hit something.
So you get a side rhino hit and 1 unit.
Side rhino's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Flip it.
Hits.
Where you
it's
want
gonna
it,
scatter
so-
forward.
So you can drop it where you wanted, I think, right? On them.
Well, it's got to be.
Okay.
It's still off of that.
So.
I get 3 or
3?
4. 3.
Yeah.
So I got 4 so far.
Okay.
And the last one.
Yep.
It's gonna go. What's that?
Okay. So you got 4 scouts and a tech marine.
So 4, 4, and 1.
Okay.
One of the shots will be primary on the back, when it's scattered, that hit 3, the primary target will be the left.
I'll go first.
Yeah. Because it's the dot.
Okay.
Okay. And then we got 4 on the scouts and 1 on the tech marine.
All right. 4. 4 and 1. So on the tech marine.
Okay. He's T7.
Nothing.
Okay.
Which is pretty much what I figured.
Okay.
Your bikers.
Okay. It's 4 of them.
1. And your scouts.
Scouts, I have 4.
3.
3. And what about? Okay.
So 1 bike, 3 scouts.
You want to roll those separately so you know which units are allocated to which models.
Yeah.
All right. So how do you want to do it?
Just do a high.
On 1 or 2 is for that guy. On a
Oh, for this one you mean? Okay.
Okay, so it's a back guy. So I got 2 bikers and 3 scouts. I'll do the
1
scout.
biker and 3 scouts.
1 biker and 3 scouts.
I only got 1.
Okay, 3 scouts. What's the AP?
4.
They're AP 4?
Yeah.
Okay, well they're armor 4, so they're gonna. Is it ignore cover?
Barrage. So only if you're physically in the cover.
Okay, so they're going to
Go to ground.
go to ground for a 6 up. Oh, actually no, they're not, because they got a 6 up. Feel no pain. So 6 up, feel no pains. 3 dead. And the biker gets his armor save 3 up. Save. 1, 2.
And that'll be pinning for them unless you don't care.
Okay. Do you want to do it right now?
Shield, Nova.
Safe.
Got it, gun.
we'll also take the
Fair enough.
He's going to shoot the Thunderfire cannon again.
So he'll get a 3 up cover from the fortified.
Sure.
He's T7.
Goes off.
Okay. Deny. No.
3 up. That's how I roll, baby.
So we can see there that the Biovores are starting to take in some damage, doing some tolls here. From the front there, he took out three of those scouts. It was probably a small misplay on Austin's part. He could have run them into the terrain, and it's a fortified piece of terrain, so they would have gotten a 4+ save and not just lost their armor save straight. One thing that's interesting, I think, about the Biovores also, if you can see those 2 little dots, a red and a green one in front of the grav star there, the bike star. Those are actually models, and I believe that they can charge, which will be interesting for Overwatch purposes.
I don't know that they can charge. I think that they can, that they do float. We'd have to double check that rule on that.
We gotta check it out. But I know the ones on the Harpies do something like that also, and it's interesting. If they're a unit that you can actually charge with, then you can absorb the entire thing of Overwatch beforehand and not care about it. Whereas charging a bike squad with gaunts is going to be very hazardous if you're doing it with absorbing the full Overwatch. Another thing that's pretty interesting here, that Gaunt squad, that Hormigaunt squad with the Prime in it, they're gonna take a lot of damage this turn. But if they're in any kind of position to do any sort of counterattack, it'll be an all in or nothing for Austin or for Jesse. Because if he loses that squad with his Warlord, the game is over. Essentially, it's just done. He has a really poor chance of keeping the Relic. He has a real poor chance of getting majority on objectives, and he will have lost Warlord and First Blood.
Yeah, so we just checked. It looks like Spore Mines move and can run and charge half the distance that you normally would. So they move 3 inches and they can run or charge, but only half the distance rolled.
And so they are in this weird spot where they're close enough to be able to do something like that. If he ignores them, and he should ignore them ultimately, because you don't want to waste an entire squad shooting at 2 little Spore Mines.
Absolutely. And the other thing that I'm reading here in Floating Death is that they don't attack, they actually just explode at Initiative 10.
Right, which is interesting because they can still charge.
Yep.
So it's Initiative 10 strike, but it's still a charge, so that you have to Overwatch them, and if you don't, then you're engaged. So you cannot then Overwatch something else. It's a cool little trick that you can do with Tyranids. It's kind of like having grenades in its own right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll hold it for you. Him?
Yeah, I can't see anybody behind that.
Okay.
Off the table.
Okay.
All right, guys, you're not doing enough of anything. It's your turn. Because shot. Oh no, I'm going to assault.
Oh
Sorry.
yeah, you got assault moves.
I'm close enough to do that now. They're going to assault into there.
Okay.
They're going to try to assault into there.
Okay. Is this a group of 4, or are they part of it? Yeah, a group of 4.
Group of 3.
Okay.
And then after they try, these guys are also going to try to assault.
Okay, so them first. Yeah, I'm just use my own. Alright, you want to start here then?
Just reading the chat here. We thanks for the comment on the quality on the commentating Jester. We were actually debating that earlier, whether or not the commentating was working. So we're glad that you enjoy it. And please let us know in chat if you think if you like how it's cutting out and we're focusing on them talking and just kind of making comments back and forth every now and again, as opposed to us constantly talking and not being able to hear the players. Because like I said in the beginning, this is kind of a beta for us. We're trying to figure out how people want us to do it, how it'll work out best. So we'd appreciate that.
Yeah, and this is for you guys ultimately. So anything that you guys want to have or change or do or say, anything like that, if you want to shout out or if you want to ask some kind of question about what's happening, just post up some questions and we'll be happy to answer them. All right, so and to answer the other question, have the bikes moved yet? They decided to move up, but they were cautiously at the end of turn 3, and now it's the top of turn 4, so it's Jesse's movement.
Yeah, and when they do go to move, depending on if Jesse decides to charge at that Spore Mine, they do have the Spore Mine that they have to try to avoid, so they don't accidentally get an explosion.
There's your 6s today.
Been waiting all day for this.
Yeah. So you got. Oh, you have to roll a 3rd then? Oh, God.
So I had
2 6s, and I guess the 3rd?
I get to reroll.
So you reroll your 4.
So I'm not going to make it.
Okay.
Because you have to actually go through this piece of training.
Ignored.
And 3.
Yeah. And then these guys, all right. You're charging the scouts. Okay. So he's out. He's out. So I got 3 in rapid fire range. 1, 2, 3. 3, 4, and 5. 1, 2 hits. 4s on 3s. I need 3s. 1 wound. 8. And now, I don't know if you have to go to that side.
All right, so I have to reroll.
Yeah, they do.
So it's not an extra die roll? Okay. Well, we might as well finish this, so since we're here. So you need a 10? All right, they're in. Okay. I guess you'll have to wrap them around to the side, yeah. Because they have to be an inch away from the speeder. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I don't actually care. All right, now these guys you can pile in. So you can touch one guy, I guess, and go from there. You want me to put him right on the front? Yes, please. I can scoot him too if you want.
So it looks like Jesse got lucky here. He got a real long charge. He rolled a double 6. He got 12 inches on this charge for this Hormone squad with his prime in it. So that could be pretty interesting here. I don't know. He probably could have afforded the multi-charge against the yellow rhino as well, if he was making that kind of Hail Mary, because that would have given him chances to get the prime in as well. He also got that one black gaunt was able to make it in. The 2 other ones got shot down on Overwatch. And on the right side here, you can see that there's 3 gaunts that made it in against the 5 scouts. I don't know if they're going to have too much of a chance to do much of a difference because they're going to get slapped down first. It looks like they went through terrain as well, so they'll be initiative 1.
Now, do you think the move here is to try to get, even though you need that Warlord alive, to try to get the Tyranid Prime up front so that Lash Whip lowers the initiative of that squad and the Hormigons can try to take it out?
You mean about the Gate Star? Or the Grab Star, rather?
No, right in that combat where he just made that charge. Yep. The Prime has Lash Whip, Bone Sword. Do you think that the move is to put that Lash Whip into base with some models, or to try to keep it back?
Well, you don't really have a choice. The way it happens is that the independent characters are forced to move first, and they get other guys out of the way. So he'll have to move his full 3 inches during the initiative step to move forward.
And now, that's just a scout squad up there? Is that a Marine?
That's the tactical squad, it looks like.
That's a tactical squad. Do you, as the Tyranid player, try to challenge that guy and insta-death him with that Bone Sword?
I don't know. I mean, it requires, first off, that he's in range to do combat at the initiative step 10 for the challenge.
That's a good point.
So I don't know that he'll be in for that. But if he did, I might not. And if I was challenged, I would take it if I was the Tyranid player. But you want to have that Lash with Bone Sword striking at all the guys if you can, instead of just killing one model.
Because if you're in that challenge, then you can no
only
other
kill
models.
Yeah. All right. Especially on the charge, you have the bonus attack. You might as well try for it. I'm really concerned here for Jesse. He looks like he's going to be in a real tough spot. He brought his. It looked like the whole game he was trying to bait Austin to take out a squad early in order to bring his bike squad into the fold for him so that he can then charge him with all of his gaunts. But Austin wisely never took that bait. He backed up. He played the passive game. But now it looks like the tables are turned a little bit because now Jesse has charged in. And it might be a Hail Mary, it might be a last-ditch effort to try to get something out of this game. But he's really thrown his Warlord out there in a pretty precarious position. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to make it out of this one.
Yeah. The good thing that can happen in this is that his Warlord his Warlord can be bubbled in that combat, and if the Hormigons end up not doing any damage to that unit, and the Prime does have a decent enough save, that he might be able to last a couple turns of combat and not be at the danger of taking hits from the other models.
Mm. Yeah, and the Prime is pretty scary in his own right. He's got some combat prowess.
Yeah, I mean those Bone Swords, while it's only on a roll of a 6 that you cause distance death, the Prime does have a decent amount of attacks for being just a Tyranid. He's got 4 attacks, 5 on the charge. Right. So that's 5 possible instant death wounds thrown out that model, which could just kill that squad.
Oh, it's 2 separate units. Oh crap! I guess I'll just reroll them all, right?
So it looks like he resolved that combat in the bottom right there. From what it looks like from here, it looks like there's 1 Gaunt and 2 Scouts left, which would have made it combat in favor of the Tyranids, I believe, because they had. Oh no, it's probably a drawn combat because there were four Nids jumped in and 5 scouts were there, so they both lost 3.
Oh, I forgot. I got
It's a little bit of damage, but I don't know that it's going to be enough to do any kind of real difference. He might have just fed him that squad extra.
These guys never made their leadership check during shooting. Should I just roll it now? 8. They're broken. Oh, they are 8. Yeah, 9 is a vet. Okay. Guess that's it. Yep. Go ahead. Move on this one.
Seven guys.
Okay. Safe.
So now, I'm actually scared. Let's do shooting. Alright. So that was your turn. So here's all the SMS for me.
Do any of these create synapse? No.
This is my second. This is already.
I'm going to have 2 synapse checks to do next turn.
Look back up.
The 24-inch bubble's nice.
It is. I pulled myself out, though. These guys have to roll.
Excited for assault?
That's all my assault, so
Okay. I guess
your turn 4.
bottom of 4. No reserves.
All right, I'm impressed. We're going to make 5 turns.
All right. These guys are going to move.
That was still close, man. That was still close as shit. That was still close as shit.
Is the biker your warlord?
My warlord is this guy, the guy with the Gorgon's chain.
Nope. Nope. So it goes to second here. Because neither of us have the
These guys are moving off.
objectives. So I've got
Oh, he's going to come play with me.
Linebreaker, you first one.
That's not right.
Alright, let's go. That was easy.
Speeder's going to move 12, and I got a test. Can I still move 12 and disembark? 6 and disembark? Sorry. All right, forget it. He'll just scoot and disembark. They got to do terrain, which I guess is 2 since they've moved through cover. Okay, 4.
Hey guys, for those of you just joining in, this is I'm Kevin, and that's Matt from Team SG here in Warminster or Hapro, depending on the mailing address, PA. And we are streaming our Adepticon prep tournament here. Right now we have Jesse Green from the Icehouse Warriors playing Tyranids versus Austin Martin. He's a local guy, local player, friend of the team, good guy, playing Space Marines. We are at the bottom of 4. And right now we see Austin's just doing his movement. Jesse's been playing pretty gutsy with his Tyranids, throwing Hormagaunts up pretty far up into trying to get him into combat, which had mixed success for him. He did have a couple units die, but he does have a unit tied up in combat. The unit up top there with the bigger model with the Prime, I wish we could draw on the screen and circle it, is his that is his Warlord. His other Prime did die earlier in the game. Austin was playing defensively, but now he has to play a little more aggressively to try to eliminate some of these models. We are using Adepticon Mission 3 here, which we just posted up here. Primary is the relic and objectives, which right now Jesse's in a really good spot to take the relic. He sorry, trying to take the screen here. He does only have gargoyles there, so they can't take it. But he has troop units pretty close to it that he can, in a turn or 2, take that and move back towards the table. But he is in a tough position because, like I said, some of his troops have gone down. Excuse me. Yes, Dave, Delaware does rocks, but Pennsylvania's better.
Okay, that's the end of my movement.
Shout out for New Jersey. Yeah.
Yeah, New Jersey from the Franza. We got the whole tri-state.
All right, so yeah, overall for the Adepticon mission here, we got Jesse's in a bit of a tough spot because he's got 2 of the objectives here. We can pull back out to the main screen. He's got 2 objectives. He's contesting that 3rd one. Or I mean, he really does only have 2 objectives because the one in the back with the gargoyles, he's kind of the Bivores. He's really abandoned that one for all of his troops' sake. So he's not going to be able to get any kind of scoring on that. Although neither then is Austin. I mean, all of his stuff is too far away, unless he's making this effort now with the storm to try to get close enough to do something.
Yeah, right now it looks like he can at least contest that objective with his troops in that storm, which I don't think have gotten out.
Mm-hmm. And he does need to boogie right now. He's bottom of turn 4. He's getting into a place where he needs to advance if he wants to do any kind of damage. Although without now that synapse, if it looks like there's no zone throws at the top. There's one zone throw at the top left, and there's one zone throw on the bottom right. So if he can pull through combat that prime towards his corner, those guys are going to all lose synapse and probably break off the table.
I do believe that on his last turn he actually did have to do synapse checks for that unit of Biovores and possibly the gargoyles because they are out of range.
Right, and the Bolter Scouts. 4 Sergeant will be gray. Rapid fire into the zone thrope. 3 hits. 4 is the wound. 1 wound. Okay. This here, snap firing the multi-melta and a bolter. Multi-melta. Bolter. Bolter hits. No wounds. This guy. He's gonna fire. Actually, I'm gonna wait on him. Thunderfire here. I'm gonna barrage. I'm gonna fire here.
On the gargoyle?
I guess. Yeah. Well, actually, I'll just put it on the zone throat. All right.
Okay.
Or venom throat. Sorry.
You're good.
This is the. They give +2 cover, correct? So I'll do strength 5, ignore cover.
They give him shrouded.
Okay. Strength 5, ignore cover.
Yeah.
They can't see, so it's going to go 5 inches. Unless there's a window I'm not seeing.
No, there is a window, but it's way over here.
All right, so 5 inches back. Here?
So it's pretty much straight.
Okay. Call 2, 3. Your call. 2.
4.
All 4?
Yeah, you're hitting all 4 bases.
Okay.
Oh, you're barely touching him, but close enough.
Second one.
Oops, sorry.
You can just go from the edge if you want. Nothing.
Nothing.
I'll put it back over 4.
So 8.
And that way.
Right where my finger is. Damn you.
So
2 more.
an angle. Okay. So 10 on them.
Yep.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So 8. Or sorry, 2, 4, 6, 8. 8 wounds. And it's ignore cover. Do they have a? It's AP6. Ignore cover.
So 8 of them.
8 of the gargoyles.
4, 6, 7.
All right. This Thunderfire. Put a template here.
All right, guys, I'm just turning them down a little bit. I still want you to be able to hear them.
You can see it's strength 6.
Pyrothenia, in response to your question, Austin is using Clan Raukaan main, so the Iron Hands chapter, the Clan Raukaan chapter tactics with Salamanders allies. And while they're doing all this, we were bringing it up earlier. We just wanted to look it up for those of you that may not know. For the instinctive behavior for the Tyranids, the Biovores have lurk, which generally means that they're going to seek cover unless he rolls a 6, which can tend to be a little better for them. The 6s are what you really want in this instinctive behavior charts, and both the gargoyles and the Venomthropes, the Venomthropes have lurk. The gargoyles and the Biovores have hunt. Hunt is going to generally try to actually be able to shoot things, whereas lurk makes things want to hide. Although the gargoyles seem to be a moot point at this point, because the rest of them did just disappear.
Yeah, the Thunderfire took care of most of them. Something that's interesting here is that it looks like Austin is really beginning to lose a little bit of his focus. He's kind of throwing shots into random places. It doesn't look like there's a real clear strategy that he has for going forward. I mean, the gargoyles are pretty relevant to the game, but he put some shots into them, and then he didn't try to go ahead and finish them with the other Thunderfire, but instead tried to shoot at the Zoanthrope.
Yeah, the main thing that he wants to do here is try to eliminate that greenish, white, and blue unit of those 2 units of gaunts, as well as the unit of gaunts on the top left objective, because this is the bottom of turn 5 or turn 4. So he does only have 1 turn to try to either contest or take those 2 objectives.
Right. So the gargoyles are really not going to be that much of an issue. They're not claiming that relic. Austin would really need to kill quite a bit in order to be able to clear the relic for him to grab it next turn. So we'll see how that goes. I don't know. It looks like his strategy is starting to become a little scattered. For his early game wasn't bad, his mid game wasn't bad, but his late game is starting to fall off for direction at least.
Okay. He does.
All right, he got that zone through. That's a good for him.
Fire. I can't pick up a relic if there's contesting units on it, and then I can, as long as they're not infantry.
You can get to the relic if you're an inch away from him.
Okay. He's going to fire into them. Is this 1 unit or 2?
It's 1 unit.
It's 1 unit. Okay. Assault cannon. Yeah. And gray is the sky hammers. Okay. Wounds. Okay, all wound. 2 Wrens. It doesn't matter, actually. So, guess we got to go closest.
2, 4, 6.
Yeah. So you got your 6 covers, yep. So 5 up for area.
Yeah.
So 1 survived. So 5. Okay. Okay, that's all my shooting. I'm going to go into assault.
Hey guys, well thanks for tuning into our battle report here, our tournament casting. This is a beta for us, so we're just starting out getting used to some things. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to post them up there. We can read them. We'll reply to you as we can.
You can also go to the Team SG Facebook page. Sorry to cut you off, Matt. Which is facebook.com/Team SG Videos. It is plural. If you put in video, it won't work. So Team SG Videos. You can post up comments on there, post on our post for this Gamecast. We will likely be cutting up this tournament and putting it game by game on YouTube after this cast.
We also have an interview with Nick Nanavati coming up right after this.
Absolutely.
So if you want to hear some words from a Team America player, stick around and we'll hear what he has to say. And if you want to ask some questions to him too, you can post them up in the comments, and I'll make sure that I get them out to him.
Yeah, we do have a delay in the chat, but we will get those we will be able to get those questions up to you from him.
So if you have any now, feel free to post them up. Also, if you wouldn't mind doing us some favor, just for publicity's sake, let your friends know about this. Post about it on the chats. We have a forum going right now on Daka. If you want to post in there and just help support us a little bit, we would appreciate that very much.
Yeah, and in response to what you're saying, Pyrothenia, there, he does have his scout squads, his allies, his scout squads with flamers and his land speeders, or at least a land speeder. And it is nice in this, not necessarily in this particular matchup, but the chapter tactics allowing him to reroll saves from flamers, because a lot of lists in this meta do attempt to eliminate troops with flamers and use at least some, if not all, especially Tau, use flamers to try to eliminate troops. So it is a nice thing to have as a backup.
Yeah, I mean, as far as trying to figure out what he's using it for, it looks like that's his purpose, to have small scoring units that are much more resilient to flamers.
Absolutely, especially because those scouts are going to be able to outflank, and oftentimes, at least in lists I've seen, the guys bring in outflanking flamers, so it's a nice thing to try to be a little more resilient there.
And for what it's worth, his chapter master gets a mastercrafted power fist, so small buff there, but it's a little something. It could help in a pinch.
Exactly, always a little something.
Do you want to just resolve this one?
So Austin took an interesting move here. He detached 2 of his characters from his command squad there, and the 6 bikers independently are going after the Gaunt squad by themselves. I'm hoping that that's enough to do enough damage. It looks like he's trying to do an end-all be-all here by throwing everybody into everything, and I'm hoping that that's not going to turn around and bite him, because if he ends up not having enough power to kill anything, everything will be left, and then he has a real chance to throw the game right here.
Alright, let's just start over here then.
And in response to your statement there, Pyrothenia, we are going to try after this game, we will post up his list either on Facebook or elsewhere. And we are going to be trying to, in the rest of the games of this tournament, try to put up lists in a side screen. But we do get the list right before the game, so we just have to type them up and then be able to put them up there for you and figure out how to put it into the window.
What's his initiative? One with that power fist. Okay, take your swings.
Okay, this is an odd number of 6s for me.
Okay.
Wounds,
2 up. Safe. Okay, that guy over there is a captain, so he's got 3 attacks plus 1 on the charge is 4. All hit. Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're right. So 1 hit. Hold on.
Well, you should be weapon skill 5, right?
He is weapon skill 5.
Yeah, you hit on 3s.
Oh,
He's only weapon skill 4.
So 1 wound. So 1. Unless he's got digital weapons. Hold on.
Who are you actually swinging against?
This is him. Yeah, hold on. Captain does not have digital weapons. Okay, so 1 wound.
He's good.
Safe. All right. Over here, he's got 4 attacks to chapter master. Plus 1 from having a bolt pistol and a close combat weapon.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're initiative 1, right? Okay. Now I can only attack him, right?
I guess, yeah. Okay, so you can put him anywhere.
Yeah, but if I'm not in base to base with that one, he can't put wounds on him.
Right.
You can because they're unit.
I can.
You're not in the challenge anymore.
I'm really tired of people changing the rules on me. He can't take saves on me.
No, unless you
Because
I can
because
look
I'm
out
not-
Sir to him, but
because you're not in base with them.
Right, thank you.
Unless you could have got the base with them, which I don't think you could have.
No, I couldn't.
What's the initiative of your dog?
4.
What's the initiative of your Zeltro?
4.
Okay, so he actually can because it's the initiative stat. So all attacks that have initiative stat can be allocated to models in base and that's in the fight.
yeah. But he already did.
I know, but
he won.
wasn't in base with him.
Well, he's in base with zone.
Yeah, but the
is
zone
not part
throw
of this
already
unit.
swung.
I know, it doesn't matter. You have initiative 4, you do all your initiative 4 stat, and he can actually take saves on anything that's engaged at that initiative stat.
Okay. So the gaunts, I guess, are the ones to swing next.
I'm going to be really nice because. So 3 of them are out.
Okay.
14.
He's got flavors. Use it a whole lot. Now we know what it feels like to have our own gun.
4.
Got to take him one time because of the chain. 2 ups. Reroll. Okay. His swing back, 4 + 1 for a close combat weapon. He's got digital weapons. So 4 wounds. Okay. Fearless, right?
Yeah, because I have.
Okay. Guess we'll go over here.
Go ahead and pile in.
Uh-huh.
You can pile in. One, 2, 3. It's only 3 actually in base.
I'm challenging.
Oh yeah, that's right. You want to challenge?
Do.
Okay. I'll accept with my chapter master. Do you want me to just pull him out?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
And I'm still initiative 5, so I don't know what.
Yep. He's got a power fist, shield eternal, and.
Well, he's initiative 8 right now.
Okay. I gotta do hammer of wrath first.
All right.
Yep.
And you are. You have a power fist.
He's got a power fist, shield eternal, which is eternal warrior, 3 up invuln, and he's got
I'm
artificer
going to take
armor.
the +1 strength this turn.
Okay. From your relic.
+1 armor's not going to help me, so.
Right. All right. I'll do the hammer
I'll
of
be
wrath
poking
first.
my head
one.
in every 3 seconds.
Strength 4. What's your toughness? I'm sorry.
5 for him.
Okay. And then the base guys, 1, 2, 3. Hammer of wrath's over here. 2. I rolled 3. Yeah.
Yeah, he's only 2-3. Right?
Yeah, they're only T3, yeah.
So 2. Yeah.
No, 2 die.
2 die from hammer of wrath. So we take the closest 2. Okay. All right. Your initiative 4.
Okay.
No, 5.
Why, you guys are all done?
Me and James are almost done. He's going to solid.
All right. Do you want to do here? You go initiative 4 or 5? I mean.
They're initiative 5.
Okay. So you can
he's
go.
faster in the challenge. I don't know where you want to go.
We'll start with the challenge.
Okay. So +1 attack is 3. All right, I'm gonna have to look just because. 5, yeah, 6. 6 +1 attack. Weapon skill 6, so 3s. That's how I roll, baby. You can't screw with this. Strength is 6.
On T5. Okay.
2.
Okay. And what's the armor? AP. Is it AP 2?
AP 3.
Okay. 2 2-ups. Safe. All right. Swings back with 1, 2, 3, 4. Chapter master is 5. What's your weapon skill?
6.
2's the wound. So he's dead. Okay.
Now
Here.
it's gonna get really fun.
Yeah. So here you have to do your initiative 5. So you pile in, I guess. You want me to scoot them?
Scoot them all in 3.
Okay. Okay.
$15 going into your bikes and 4 going over there.
Okay.
So the 4 first. Four. 4s and 4s. Yeah, I can tell it's end game 1.
Safe. Okay. Initiative 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the attack squad.
So big part of the game right there. It looks like Jesse just lost his Warlord, which is going to be his Norn Crown and his +6 inches to Synapse. So that entire table is now, I mean, they're very likely just going to get cut down and wiped. If he can get lucky enough to take down this zone throw up over here on the right, that'll be the end of all Synapse for Jesse. And in which case, I mean, the game is just going to go downhill quick. We don't have too much time left in the round. I think it's just under 20 minutes now. And this is bottom of 4, so we'll be probably only getting one more turn in.
No wonder I roll like crap. Five.
3 dead.
I killed 3 bikes.
That was in your bikes.
Yeah, those were into the bikes.
Okay.
What's that?
Feel no
I see
pains
that.
on a 5-up.
I might have missed one. Oh well. Still gonna lose this.
Okay. Pile in. 1, 2, 3, 4.
On the charge, right?
2.
I saved one. Wow.
And you save
So
1.
One dies.
Okay.
And we have to test.
Okay. Last assault's down there, but do you want to do that? Safe.
I like it.
All right. 3, 4.
4 total, and he lost 3. Oh, 3, yeah. 3 more. That's fail. I need double
Okay.
ones. Oh, no, wait, 6.
6 minus 3 is 3. So
I'm
you got to
minus
meet
4.
it.
No,
Minus
I'm-
4, you
yeah.
failed. So how far?
I'm going to run.
Caught him.
They're dead.
Okay. I'll let you move him. Okay.
Hey, Pyrothenia,
All right.
thanks for the support, man.
I get a D3
Have a good day.
D6. Tax. Yeah. Down here.
Attacks into there. Oh no, this was your turn. That's right.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Okay. 2 scouts. 2 hits. 1 wound.
6. Big surprise.
Consolidate. 5 inches.
That's this one.
Okay. All right.
Do the last turn, or we're done.
One more turn.
Okay. So it's the top. So you get to do your synapses, I believe.
Lots and lots of them.
Moving to the top of
okay.
5. This is where it's going to be.
Here.
It's going to meet the brass tacks for Jesse. He's got to
They're
pass
good.
a lot of these synapses.
Dragons.
Gets lucky on the top one there.
Biolores.
But it's
Good.
it's really coming down
Biolores
to
in
it
the
now.
back.
If that zone throw can survive, he has a chance
Making
to do
those
some of the
synapse
objectives.
checks.
But
I roll low, dude. If you haven't noticed, I roll
if
low.
nobody has relic, let's go
The
back
venom
to
throats.
go back to the screen
run.
here.
Yeah, they're not a 9. And the gargoyles.
And I'll show you what's happening. on this one.
Actually, I don't even know what the venom throats are going to do. I need to roll on a chart. All right. AR, where are you? Feed. They are going to 3.
Okay, so from what it's looking like right now for
Immediately suffers a number of hits
the
equal to
game,
the
this is
number
top of
of
5. Nobody really has the relic. You can see in this picture here the frame, the zone throw sitting on top of it, but he's not scoring, so he doesn't have it. And for the objectives, it looks like the Space Marines with Austin has one in his corner. Jesse has one up in the top. Right here, you can see the red guys and the brown guys.
Oh no, they have better than that.
The one in the bottom right-hand corner is being contested right now in combat, and the one in the back corner by his Biovores is not being touched at all. So, objectives is tied right now. Relic nobody has, and if it does come down to the secondaries, it looks like right now that's. Austin has Linebreaker, or he has Slay the Warlord and First Blood, and Jesse has neither of them. Neither one of them looks like they're really in a position to get into Linebreaker, but if it comes down to just those two, Austin will win a minor victory on the secondary objectives. If he can, however, knock him off and claim the Relic or get to the objectives, then he has a chance to get a massacre just from the beginning.
You've got to come back. I guess that's it.
Okay.
Kind of easy. Biovores. We can actually see you, so we're going to go with this guy.
Okay. Gotcha. Right on the apothecary.
Yeah, that's fine. Uh, 3 inches.
3 inches. Go ahead. Here. Okay. So you got 3 of the tack squads.
I don't know what that is. Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, well.
It might flip.
No, because it's got to hit whatever's on top. So nothing. And that one might actually. Nothing.
Okay.
Okay. So 3 tack.
3 tack marines.
Two wounds.
Okay. 3 ups. Safe.
We'll do that again.
Okay.
From
Mark
the
it
other
for
unit.
you. Yep.
Oh.
11.
So 8. They can see it too. That way.
So like basically nothing. I'll just hold it up here. Okay.
Some odd number of whatever. And we're gonna go to the wherever I want.
So anywhere I guess overlapping?
Go right there, so I don't have to.
Okay.
It's the last turn. It doesn't matter, does it? And the last one.
Anywhere you want. You can. Guess you could go back here.
Way, yeah.
Put him there.
All right. How many for each one? The blue one will be this one. The white
Okay.
one will be that one. And the one in the back. Is that 10 all the way around? No, I can't see him anyway.
Sorry, I have to double check. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's through the wall.
I can't see him, so. Assault moves.
Okay.
These two are going to charge into there.
Okay. So I guess I'll just do my Overwatch. 3 Twin Link Bolters.
Overwatch is on 6s, so you can reroll those 2.
Oh yeah, you're right. Thanks.
Don't know what that is.
So
we
one
got
hit?
Don't roll a 1.
6.
So, detonate.
Okay.
Don't roll a 1. Don't know what that is.
Okay.
Which means that one blows up.
Okay, so attack Marine.
It's only strength 4, so.
Okay.
So on a 4, wounds.
3 up. Failed. 6 up, feel no pain because he's Iron Hands. Okay.
Combat is over here.
Yep. All right. I guess we'll start with the challenge. You're
There's no
first.
challenge.
Or I'm sorry, let's start with the zoanthrope if you want. It's up to you, actually. Oh no, I'm sorry, it's Niche 4. Yep, it's Niche 4.
Zoanthrope. Hits.
Okay.
Nothing. Fours. Fives.
Yep. All right.
5 of them.
Okay. I gotta take them one at a time again because the Gorgon's chained. 2 ups.
I'd worry about it if you actually rolled ones. That's all of me on there, so your turn.
Okay. The Power Fist guy will go there. 3 attacks. Hit. Anything but ones, so 4 3-up embalms on the Zoe.
4 of them?
Yep.
He can do it, because he's good like that.
He can do it. Okay. Yeah. Digital weapons. So 3 on the gaunts. It's AP 2. Okay. I guess initiative. I'm sorry, leadership test for you.
Always jumping me too far ahead.
Yeah. Forgot.
They're gonna run.
Okay. Initiative.
Because 3, 4.
He counts as 4.
Yeah, I didn't do nothing.
Okay. Initiative. 3, 5. Does he subtract any from it? Okay. They stay.
No, I run, but I just get
Oh,
away
no, I'm
from
sorry.
him.
Yeah, they're not
It's,
fearless
it's
anymore,
one
right?
die,
I said. 2d6.
And at the bottom of 5,
I just used
But
2
they,
drop pod wings.
at the top of 5.
Yeah, I mean,
it
I
looks like that's
rearranged
gonna
the
be
rest
pretty
of it,
much
flipped
the
it.
end of it there. He lost his
Yeah.
his
Thanks. Appreciate it.
warlord. He lost that whole gaunt squad up tops, and now that top objective is going to be uncontested. Those little spore mines that are down there are non-scoring, non-denial, so they can't get in the way. They can blow up and do some more damage, but they can't really hurt too much.
I passed.
And after that final combat there with the clown Raukaan guy,
Failed 2 up.
he punched that Zoanthrope in the face. Zoanthrope does not provide any kind of synapse anymore, and without synapse on the table, this army is going to quickly start to fall apart.
Movement.
And here we are in the bottom of 5.
6. They're going to disembark.
Well, he'll have that objective in a minute. He's pretty much got that one. They're going to disembark, go in and take the relic, because I'm not actually on it. He probably... I don't know if he'll do enough to do that. Well, yeah, it's on the other side of the building. I couldn't even shoot him. I was going to shoot him with the gargoyles, but I can't actually see them, so... I should have taken the gargoyles and moved the relic. Gargoyles weren't... Can they take the relic? No, because they're not troops. Yeah, so...
You're running at
Oh, sorry.
He's got it. I ain't worried.
this last turn.
Yeah.
12.
He won't table me, though. Which is all I'm worried about. So...
They're going to
It
move.
was till last turn. I probably shouldn't have challenged. I mean, unless you want to keep going for the feed, we can pretty much call it once he's done moving, because they just tally up points now. I mean,
Cover. First group of scouts on the ground. 4. Second group of scouts. 5.
because he's got 5. We actually made 5 turns. I felt pretty good my first 2 turns. We were done in like 20 minutes.
We went a full 6 turns and didn't get the 7. So.
And his deployment was almost as long as mine. He didn't know what to do.
If I want to tank shock, do I do it during movement? Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, that's true. I guess.
It's not going to matter.
Fair enough. Okay.
Primaries and secondaries. Figure out what you need to do to get whatever points you can. And then just end your turn.
Okay. All right, so we'll shoot. I need to blow those up. I need to get them.
Can this count as capturing or scoring? All right. So
All right, no, I got you. I got you.
You will not get line breaking.
Movement, hovering is. Do you remember max hovering speed? Is it 18 or 24? Take off. He can't? Oh, okay. Then forget it.
Yeah, so it looked like he was trying to get. It looked like Austin was trying to get Linebreaker in some way.
Table edge is there.
But he would really
That's
have
table edge,
to move
so I
and
can't
boost
get in
with
there.
those bikes. But it still looks like
Well,
it's
no,
too far
it's-
from the reach.
He
He has the win pretty well secured, but he's looking to get max points on this.
So it is the diagonal line.
So let's see if we can
Yeah,
throw
but it's
this
not
up
the
here
center.
for
You
you.
have to get past my line.
Does that pass? Because I'll flat out.
So he needs to be able to get some of this other stuff
You
happening.
gotta have the whole. Do you have to have the whole model? All right, then yeah, he's partial.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna say.
You're partially.
He's gonna flat out.
So yeah, he's gonna
Gotta
have
take a test.
he's gonna have the relic now. It looks like you can see those scouts in the
Passes his
building
test.
right there on that Torn of Fire objective. He's gonna have that relic. He's gonna come over to the side here.
Okay, do you want anything left to do?
and contest this
Just tap it.
objective. He's gonna claim the other two.
What you want.
And being that it's ended on 5, he's gonna have objectives and relic. He'll also have First Blood and Warlord. But
Line
he will not
breakers,
have
Sway the
Line
Lord,
Breaker
First Blood.
unless he can get to it somehow.
Get all three.
Do these take?
They don't do anything. They don't count for anything.
Okay. Okay.
So it looks like they may have measured out that last bike there, and he might be in range. But it is questionable. It has to be the entire model, I believe, in order for that to count.
DJ got in the top 6 repeat.
All right, also it looks like the game's over here, and he was able to flat out that last bike. So Austin was able to pull up the full victory. He was able to get relic in the center, more objectives, and he got all 3 of the secondaries: Slay the Warlord, First Blood, and Linebreaker. So it looks like a complete max points for Austin. And Jesse had that misfortune of losing both of his primes earlier on, and that kind of put him down.
Yeah, absolutely. The biggest thing about this list, as we kept mentioning, was the synapse. And when he... Hold on. Yeah, the biggest thing about this army is the synapse, and when you can eliminate the synapse, it pretty much Austin finally got rid of that last synapse model for him, it kind of became game at that point.
Yeah, I mean, there's not too much he could pull off. I think that he might have been a little aggressive at the end. I'm not sure if his strategy was to try to delay the game. Being that it did end on turn 5, he could have tried to block some things, but without First Blood, I don't know that was even going to be a winning strategy for him.
Yeah, absolutely. He did have a lot of initial things like the First Blood. He did eventually lose Warlord, like you were saying, those secondaries. I mean, it was a good game for Jesse. He did have some really good plays there, but ultimately losing Synapse is really big, and I feel like that was the main thing.
Yeah, once they all went down, there wasn't too much you could do. I mean, it was a good play by Jesse trying to get those extra zone throws to add that Synapse.
Absolutely.
And getting the Norn Crown plus the plus 6 inches was really pretty beneficial.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, he did have some good turns, but he did make a couple moves that, like we had said in the cast, were a little questionable. He did have the moves with single gaunt units, moving them out, and you do kind of tend to want to keep them more grouped together so you can have more of a full-out assault with a horde list like this.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, divided you fall, right? I mean,
Absolutely.
especially with a swarm army like that requires Synapse to stay alive.
Yeah.
But it was a good game all around. I had fun watching it from here.
Absolutely.
And Jesse and Austin were both really good sports about it. And we'll be seeing how they move on. We're gonna have an interview with Nick Natavati in just a minute, and then round 2 will be starting after lunch, so probably an hour from now.
Sorry, go ahead.
So if you want to tune in, we also are going to have the Army list posted up on our Facebook page.
That's right where I was going.
Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying that's right where I was going. I'm typing up the last Army list now, and at the beginning of every match I'll be typing them up and putting them in image files on the Team SG Facebook page, which we will occasionally link to in the chat whenever anybody wants to see them. So if you wanted to see these lists, I should have them up in about 10 minutes or so.
Okay. And then we'll try to get the list from the next match up for you. And we're going to disconnect for just a second so we can split up the videos. And these videos are going to be available on our YouTube page, SG videos as well. And you'll be able to check them out if you'd like as well. That'll be after the fact once we get these downloaded. So if you're on right now, just wait around for a second. We're gonna disconnect this broadcast, join them for the Nick Natavati interview, and then after that we'll disconnect again for the next battle report. And then we're gonna make sure that we get those army lists up for you in advance for the next mission.
Absolutely. And again, we really appreciate you, all of you that are watching, and please tell your friends.
Yeah. Thanks for that, and any support you guys can give us, post this up on Facebook or any of the social forums, DACA, any of that kind of stuff. Feed this up, and we're gonna try to see if we can make this thing a successful activity.
Absolutely.
All right. It's a pleasure, and we'll see you guys in just a minute.
All right. Signing out.